Good evening, folks. Welcome to Debate the News on this Monday, the 14th of July, 2025. Believe it or not, folks, this is the only Monday, the 14th of July, 2025 that we're going to have. But I'm eagerly looking forward to this conversation that we're going to have here today. We're going to be speaking about, believe it or not, what everyone else is speaking about, the Epstein files and the infighting with MAGA. So definitely going to have that conversation. So, guys, do me a favor. Let everyone know that we're live, folks. Let everyone know that we're live, and we are ready for a takeoff. With that being said, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this thing off the right way, because you know what?
Oh my God,
I gotta remind my Hispanic friends every night.
vote for Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote.
That's right.
I will vote.
Guys, I gotta remind you every night.
The people go out to vote, no fear, no more. Vote for Trump. Let's go. Vote for Trump. If you wanna keep America great, vote for Trump. Let's do it.
That's right, my Latinos.
Oh my God, I will vote.
That's right, my Latinos.
I will vote.
Hey guys, welcome to Debate the News. Make sure you guys are download Chatter Social. Chatter Social can be downloaded either on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, free of charge. We do these shows nightly. You guys can come join us live. Let's go, folks.
Oh my God.
Also, folks, make sure you guys have downloaded and followed the podcast, the Debate the News podcast. It's a daily podcast. Let's go.
Two fingers up, one down with my toes 10. Flued out, my boobs out, put a cork in it. Love it when you be crying out when I'm corseted. I don't think you gon' make it. Do not let me start raging. I'm losing my patience. This ain't staying in Vegas. There's more sides to the
Folks,
story.
make sure you guys are sharing the room. Ping a friend, let them know that we're live, folks. Let everyone know that we're live.
Could have been what we should have been, but you lost a bet. Now you got it from me. Find a seat. I ain't playing this hide and seek. High school where you finally peaked.
Welcome to Chatter, where a bunch of low IQ losers are gonna shit all day long and waste their night because they're a bunch of.
Folks,
Don't forget that Nelson of
make
Mega
sure
is
you
a
guys
scam.
know that we are a live podcast. Live podcast. Chatter Social, folks, free of charge. You can download it either at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, folks. It doesn't matter. Just come join us for a live recording. Share the room, folks. Donald Trump, MAGA, the infighting. It's real. Ronzino. It's miles apart from the White House. Yo, folks, welcome to Debate the News. Wow, we're excited to be here. Just another manic Monday, okay? Just another manic Monday is what it is, folks. And MAGA is they're definitely right there, folks. They're there because they're about to fight. There we go. MAGA and my man Donald Trump is right there, folks. There you go. So, guys, we're going to be speaking about MAGA, the infighting between MAGA, Donald Trump, and the Dems are now flaming the fans really hard right now. So, we're going to speak about that. So that's what we're gonna do today. MAGA, the infighting, Trump, Manic Monday. That's where we are, folks. All right, let's get to it, folks. Let's get to it, guys. Another Manic Monday, absolutely. So, with that being said, folks, I'm excited. We got so much going on here, but what is exciting me really, really, I mean, it had me really excited right now is Adrian and her Dateline. So, Adrian, are you here? Are you ready?
I am here in the flesh. Just another manic Monday. Okay, let's first talk about what's happening at the Canyon because this is really horrible. Wildfires driven by triple digit heat and dry winds forced the closure of the Grand Canyon's south rim and evacuation of over 1,200 visitors and staff as the Silver Ridge blaze reach 15% containment this time of year. Smoke plumes span miles, prompting nearby ranchers to move the livestock and residents to secure homes. Moo cows, move over cows. Park officials warn that closures may extend deep into peak season with firefighting crews racing to strengthen containment lines. That is so sad to me. All right, listen to this one, you guys. The son of El Chapo pleads guilty. Whoa. He pleaded guilty today in New York federal court to drug trafficking and money laundering charges tied to the Sinaloa cartel. Prosecutors detailed how he funneled hundreds of millions through United States banks and shell companies, and his cooperation deal could implicate higher level cartel figures. So the son of El Chapo faces up to life in prison, but may receive a reduced sentence for assisting law enforcement. He's snitching, guys. He's totally snitching. All right. All right. So the LA judge halts the unconstitutional
Adrian,
ICE
I'm sorry.
sweeps. A federal judge in LA blocking ICE from conducting broad warrantless vehicle stops and neighborhood sweeps across 7 California counties, ruling such tactics violated the Fourth Amendment. I love this. Agents must now establish individual suspicious before detaining anyone. What? So they're going to look at individualized suspicion. So they're really going to be like double checking everyone now and looking. If you look suspicious, then you may be detained and guaranteed detainees immediate access to counsel. Okay, that is really interesting. The Justice Department has already appealed, setting up high stakes legal battle over federal enforcement powers. Woo, civil rights groups hailed the decision as a critical check on overreach. I don't know if you heard this news. A DC circuit panel vacated the proposed plea agreement with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, finding it lacks sufficient specificity about each victim and act tied to September 11th. He was the mastermind. Victim families praised the ruling for upholding victim rights statutes, while defense attorneys warned it could prolong the case. The government now must choose between negotiating a more detailed deal or proceeding to a full trial. Legal observers say this ensures full transparency and accountability. By the way, Iran strikes Qatar, the US based dome, and leaked intelligence indicates that Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps launched a drone strike last month against the Patriot missile dome. Oh, basic criteria, damaging radar systems are causing no casualties. Okay, we know that. The U.S. sells weapons to NATO allies for Ukraine. So the U.S. approved the sale of Patriot air defense systems and precision munitions to Poland and the Czech Republic, with the understanding those allies will re-export them to Ukraine. This indirect aid mechanism bypasses congressional caps on direct U.S. military assistance. Oh, just in a quick update, Jonathan. The Texas flood tolls, it climbed to 129 and 170 are missing. This is so hard to like see, guys, right? When you're watching all the videos. So the flash flood unleashed over the 29 inches of rain. They've retrieved the 129 bodies. So I know that we all send our love and prayers. Trump threatens U.S. tariffs again on the EU and Mexico. And I think I'm just going to end this right now with Bitcoin nearing 120,000 on crypto bill optimism. It surged today 120,000 as investors cheered signals of imminent bipartisan cryptocurrency legislation imposing bank style capital requirements and AML controls on major exchanges and stablecoin issuers. Really interesting. All right, that's it. Thank you to Clear Media Project for most of the news up there. And thank you, Jonathan, for having me deliver the Dateline. I appreciate it on this Manic Monday.
I really thought that was going on. So hey, Adrian, as always, I appreciate you. It is a manic Monday, and first of all, I was laughing so hard when you're like, he's snitching, Jonathan. If someone like Adrian is saying you're snitching, you're done. Okay, you're done. So he won't be going back to Mexico ever again. Okay, definitely won't be going back to Mexico. What's up, Miss Chatham? So, so yeah, he's not going back to Mexico. If Adrian called you a snitch, dude, you're done.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and it's the Sinaloa cartel, Adrian. Sinaloa cartel. So, welcome, guys, to Debate the News, man, on this Monday. Wow, Manic Monday. So, here's the deal, folks. The White House has really put MAGA in a tailspin, just put everyone in a tailspin. And now the Dems are getting involved. The Dems are now calling for the release of the list, the information, the files. The Dems sound like MAGA now. The Dems sound like MAGA, and they do. The Dems are saying, we want the files released. We want the files released, okay? And so the Dems sound like MAGA. And Trump, he sort of walked himself, he backed himself into this corner. How he gets out of this, I don't know. Maybe he just ignores his base because he really has nothing to lose, folks. He's not running again. How he gets out of this, I really don't know. I don't know. He's saying there are no files. There are no files. There are definitely some files, in my opinion. But not only that, Bronzino, the deputy director of the FBI right now, him and the White House, they're not even speaking. All right, because he has been like a Epstein, files guy, like heavily. Him and Cash Patel, they've been very, very heavy. Get these files out there. Get these files out there. They have the files. They're sitting on the director's desk of the FBI. Guess what? Guess who Cash Patel is now? The director of FBI. So I wish we had. I'm gonna see if I can find that sitting on the FBI's desk, director's desk. That's what Cash Patel said. So I want to, if I could just play that audio, because it's crazy. Sitting on the FBI's desk, sitting on director's desk.
Did they say that they were sitting on Bondi's desk?
No, he said desk.
Because they were on her desk too.
Yeah, but this is what he said, Epstein. And so I want to pull it up right now. You guys, I'll just play it really quickly. Sitting, let's see, video. Where is it? Cash Patel. There's so many. When Cash Patel sat there and during the interview and said that the Epstein files must come out, and they're sitting on the FBI director's desk. So this is before he got in there. So let's see here. Cash Patel, FBI is planning to lead Trump administration. Okay. I will see if I can find that for you guys. I thought I'll be able to pull it up real quick because it's everywhere. All right. And Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino, he right now, him and the White House, they are like miles apart because he has went all in on these files prior to the election, after the election, prior to his appointment, after his appointment. He's going all in. Same way Cash Patel has. But now, when you look at it, they pretty much left him out there. He feels like there's no credibility. So I think it looked like he may resign. So they need a sacrificial lamb. It looked like it was going to be Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi now has the backing of Trump, saying that she's doing a phenomenal job. But right now, MAGA is upset. MAGA is really upset. And even when I spoke to Caleb, Caleb said he believed that those files exist. Everyone believed that those files exist because they've given us enough. Okay, this administration has given everyone enough to make us sure that these files are forthcoming. They exist. They have their hands on them. They're reviewing them, and they're going to release them. To all of a sudden, they're like, oh, there aren't any files. There are no files. And then they went from there no files to these are files that was created by the same people that were supposed to be in these files. Think about that, folks. The same people that were supposed to be in these files, the Obamas, the Clintons. This right here was a red herring left by the Obamas and Clinton. It's not real. They made these files up, but they said that these files were about those people. So how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. Chat, jump in. I want to hear what your take is on this.
Well, I don't. We had that room the other day. Was that yesterday with Lev? And he read a letter from Pam Bondi to Director Patel. And I wanted to read a little bit of that.
Go ahead, read it. Let's do it.
All right, so it says, Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio and video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how such information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims and in accordance with law, as I have done my entire career as a prosecutor. I am also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation into why my order to the FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and propose personnel action within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter. I know that we are both committed to transparency for the American people, and I look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our president and our country. Sincerely, Pam Bondi, Attorney General.
That says it all. That says that there are documents. That says that there are documents. Marty Bird.
Man, that says a whole lot of. That's exactly what that says. So, that says, hey, there's documents here.
So, chat, what are your thoughts before we go to Marty?
Well, Marty's gonna deny it probably existed, so there's that. No, so this is the thing to me, and I said this earlier. Not only this letter is incriminating, not only the other interviews where you have Cash Patel and Pam Bondi alluding to the Epstein files. What I think is very important is how MAGA is responding to this information, to what Trump did, to Trump's decision, right? Like they literally latched their hitches. Okay, I'm from Texas. Latched their hitches to Trump. They believed that he was going to expose the libs and expose the deep state, right? He didn't necessarily, he ran on that. They believed that he was going to do this. They believed that, right? They believed it so much so that they damn near made him their savior, right? That he was going to uncover and unveil, right, this deep state. And once he does this, and everything is tied to the Epstein files, once he does this, the heavens will open and all will be enlightened and the criminals will go to jail. Well, guess what? That day did not come. Okay. Trump said he put a kibosh on that. Trump was like, there's nothing there. So either They have to contend with the fact that either Trump is a part of this deep state that they are referring to. He lied, and he's full of shit. Sorry for the language, but the lied, full of shit. And or they have to contend with what the party is. As a Republican, I don't like MAGA, so there's that. And so I say this, and I'll throw it back to you, JB. Come on back, okay? Come on back to the Republican Party. Come on back, because I don't know what y'all have done with it. Y'all have bastardized it. I don't like it. So just come on back. Let's come on back to normalcy. Okay, let's bring the conservatives back. Make conservatism great again. Back to you, JB.
You know, Chad, it's strange that you said that because if regular Republicans were back in charge, I would be down with that because I think the liberals have gone a little bit too far to the left. You know, I can go for a Bush Republican right now. Okay, I can go for that. You know, there was a video. You know what? There was a video, and I actually sent it to the group. Marty, that video I sent to the group earlier today. Can you play that? Let's see here.
Is it the one that says, "Dear Donald Trump"?
Yeah, play that one. Play that one, Marty.
Damn, I gotta cue that up. What is that on? That's on Facebook.
Is it? Yes, okay, so Facebook. Yeah. Guys, I will tell you something. You know, and it's about immigration. It's just about being presidential. Right, did you see that one, Marty? Did you see it?
I watched it, bro. I'm over here dying because I'm like, I knew you was gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, I just thought about it. But because and the reason I want you guys to hear this is because like when I say I will be a conservative, I have no problem being a conservative. I just can't be MAGA. I can't be ultra right. I got to be like I have a liberal issue. I'm liberal on the issues, okay, but in terms of the economy and the finance, I'm very conservative. So, you know, I'm okay, you know, but I just can't. I will vote Republican. I've done it before, but I just can't vote Republican. This Republican, and this is the guys. I have started. I can walk into a voter's booth, and it's sad. I can walk into a voter's booth and just go straight down the line. Okay, and I've never been one to do that. I've never been one to do that. All right, it's like. He really has made it about sides. Stevie, Marty, are you ready?
Bro, I'm gonna send her the chat. She's gonna be quick with it.
Hold on. No,
I wasn't set up to do that. Here. Wait, does screen share do audio?
No, I'll play it. I'll just play the audio. That's all.
Oh, you just wanted the audio? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't know you just wanted the audio.
To make America great. This is not great. Try to act like a president for once. And in case you don't know what that looks like, maybe this will help because it looks like this. We are, one and all, immigrants or the sons and daughters. We are the descendants of 40 million people who left other countries to make a new opportunity for themselves and their children.
The lamp of this grand old lady is brighter today, and the golden door that she guards gleams more brilliantly in the light of an increased liberty for the people from all countries.
I'm convinced that the vast majority of Americans today want these people to have another opportunity. Out of the party, the welcome generation of immigrants.
If we would close the door to new Americans, our leadership in the world will soon get lost.
Immigration is not just a link to America's past. It's also a bridge to America's future.
This is one country. We like our diversity. We are proud of it.
Amid all the complications of policy, may we never forget that immigration is a blessing and a strength.
These people, our neighbors, our classmates, our friends, they did not come here in search of a free ride or an easy life. They came to work.
We don't demonize immigrants. We don't single them out for tax. We don't believe
They're poisoning the blood of the country. We're a nation of immigrants, and that's why we're so damn strong. They're eating the dogs. The people they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
I thought the idea was yeah.
Yo,
I was all inspired.
Yeah.
you was all inspired
Hey,
for a second, wasn't you, Chat?
wait, can you send boy, can you see that in the chat? Let me see if I can see that in the chat.
Let me send that in the chat.
I want you guys to see it.
Oh
I want
my
you guys to
God.
see
Yeah, let me
it.
send it to you real quick. I got you, bro. That
Yeah,
is hilarious. Bro, that video,
yeah.
I watched that shit a few times today when you sent it in the group. I was over here dying, bro.
Yo, it was like every president was like, hey, this is, and then you get to him,
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
you know, Jonathan, I have studio. I just, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I got like so many hookups. I have hookup over there. I have multiple profiles in there. I have a hookup here. So pretty soon, yeah, when we have streaming set up, because I'm going to Clubhouse and here, if I was just here, yeah, it'll be one thing. But I'm over at several different places, so that's why the streaming is the way it is. That's why I do it. But yeah, Madeline's shaking my head. Caleb's laughing. Yo, clean. So guys, listen to me. This guy, he was like, yo, they're eating the dogs. They're eating cats. But once again, immigration was never really a bad thing. Okay? We had to control it. But it was never what they're making it out to be what it is now. So 100%, folks, I definitely, you know, when you hear what's going on, Marty, he's like, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. That's our guy, man. That's our guy. Yeah.
Big time Trump, right?
Yeah, so absolutely, guys. And once again, so he's made it so, and watch Chat's getting that set up. Once again, folks, I personally, you know, when I look at this and when I see what's happening here, let me move that to maybe there we go. When I look at this and see what's happening with MAGA, and MAGA's disillusioned, and you know, I'm just wondering, like, what is MAGA made of? You know, I understand that a lot of MAGA people really had they really thought that there was some pedophiles. Okay, they really thought that there were a lot of pedophiles. Now think about this, folks. This is why MAGA is so disillusioned. They went from, hey, these Dems are they're nasty. They want trans and women's sports because they're pedophiles. They want all this stuff because they're pedophiles. And so basically, Chat's ready. Go ahead, Chat. I want you to play that.
We are the descendants of 40 million people who left other countries, other familiar scenes, to come here to the United States to build a new life, to make a new opportunity for themselves and their children. I think it is not a burden, but a privilege.
We lead the world because, unique among nations, we draw our people, our strength from every country and every corner of the world. If we ever closed the door to new Americans, our leadership in the world would soon be lost.
The country is better off. Our soul
Chad, you didn't start from the beginning. Chad, you started in the middle of it.
Spirit is invigorated.
Yeah, you got to take it back some.
That wasn't the beginning.
Yeah, that's not the beginning. No, remember at the beginning he was speaking, and then he actually went to that. It was Jimmy Kimmel speaking. But yeah, so yeah, absolutely.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. Yeah, man. So no, 100%, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, guys. So when you listen to that, yeah, and chat's getting this thing back up, but what each and every one of these presidents right now, what you're going to hear is that they're not demonizing immigration. Immigrants have made us the greatest country in the world. I'll say that again. I believe immigrants have made us the greatest country in the world. You know, and we have a lot of people that, you know, came here, you know, illegally. Almost all of the Italians and Irish people that came here, they came here illegally. I'll say that again. Almost all those Italians and Irish people came here illegally.
I'm not saying they're gonna bust your head.
Yeah, but no. It's true. It's true. What I just said is true. So what I said is true, and the reason I said that is shout out to Ken for the rocket. Ken, I'll acknowledge that pretty soon for the $10 rocket, Ken. But and because I'm gonna tell you this right here. When you landed on Ellis Island, you didn't have papers, okay? Yeah, you didn't have papers. You came over, and when you came to Ellis Island, you came here. You just showed up. All right, you showed up is what you did. All right, and Ellis Island, you got processed, and then they let you through. That wasn't you showed up. You're illegal. They let you in, okay, so that you can get your papers. But you showed up illegally. There's a processing center. The same way that those people show up at that damn border right now and process is the same way most of your freaking ancestors got through on Ellis fucking Island. All right? So I want to make sure you guys are clear. So the same, because you guys are demonizing, okay? You guys are demonizing the people. And if you don't believe me, tell me who the ship full of Italians that showed up here. They showed up with papers. They didn't. They jumped on a boat, paid their way. Some stole away on a boat, and got over here with $10 in their pocket. You think America's gonna let people come over here like that with $3 in their pocket, $10, $5 in their pocket to start a new life?
JB, how your ancestors got here, bro?
Nelson's fucking ancestors. Nelson Ortega's ancestors. That's how my ancestors got here. Those little fuckers. But wait. 1 second here. Holiday, you're more than welcome to unmic. You're more than welcome to unmic. Because I want you to challenge me on that. Ellis Island, folks, was a processing station. It was a processing center. All right, that's what Ellis Island was. Ellis, you didn't show up and they're like, "Oh, here's your papers." They showed up, they processed you into the country. So you know they did not. So when you're saying that, you know, these things, they didn't let the United States know that they were coming. They just showed up. They just showed up. The same way the migrants at the South. Now I know it doesn't fit your narrative.
The idea was I thought the idea was to
go ahead. I'll wait till she's not.
Make America great. This is not great. Try to act like a president for once. And in case you don't know what that looks like, maybe this will help, because it looks like this.
We are, one and all, immigrants, or the sons and daughters.
We are the descendants of 40 million people who left other countries to make a new opportunity for themselves and their children.
The lamp of this grand old lady is brighter today, and the golden door that she guards gleams more brilliantly in the light of an increased liberty for the people from all countries.
Johnson.
I'm convinced that the vast majority of Americans today want these people to have another opportunity.
I was in the party that welcomed generations of immigrants.
If we ever closed the door to new Americans, our leadership in the world would soon be lost.
Immigration Bush Sr. It's not just a link to America's past. It's also a bridge to America's future.
This is
Clinton.
One country. We like our diversity. We are proud of it.
Amid all the complications of
Bush
policy,
Jr.
may we never forget that immigration is a blessing and a strength.
These people,
Obama,
our neighbors, our classmates, our friends, they did not come here in search of a free ride or an easy life. They came to work.
We don't demonize
Biden.
immigrants. We don't single them out for attacks. We don't believe they're poisoning the blood of the country. We're a nation of immigrants, and that's why we're so damn strong.
They're
Trump.
eating the dogs, the people that come in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I thought the idea was to make America great.
They're eating the dogs.
So guys, come on, guys.
In case you don't know what that looks like.
They're eating the dogs. Eat the cats.
So
Eat the cat.
They're eating the dogs, bro.
Yo, Buddy Bird. Yo, they're eating the dog. They're eating the cat.
They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
Yo, Trump, man, get this man a record deal, man.
Yo. Come on, folks. Yo, that's our president, man. So, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. So here's the deal, folks. You see, and some people seem like they got triggered in the chat when I said that these Irish and the Italian came. They did. They came over illegally. They did. They didn't come with papers. All right, they came over. They didn't make reservations. They didn't do any of that shit. They didn't start processing at an embassy or consulate, or whatever. They just came here illegally. So when you're like, oh, they need to come here the same way we did legally. If your folks came to Ellis Island, 9 times out of 10, they came here illegally. They were processed the same way we were processing them at the border down there. So your grandma and your grandpa and your whatever the hell that came over to Ellis Island, great grandma, guess what, folks? They came here illegally. All right? They were not legal. They were undocumented people when they got here. All right? They were undocumented people when we got here. So I just want to keep that real. So I want you guys to just understand that they were undocumented and they came over and they were able to get many were able to get documentation. So when you guys are sitting here talking about, close the border, don't let them in. Okay? So, once again, in the United States, believe it or not, folks, the United States decided that they weren't going to turn people away. Because they turned people away, and when they turned people away before, they went back and they were murdered. So when we speak about that, don't talk to me about how your ancestors came here legally, because they didn't. Okay, they didn't. They were undocumented. You guys know what a WAP is, right? It's a derogatory term. Do you guys know what that means? Do you guys know what that means? Without papers. Without papers is what it means.
Nah, that ain't what that means, dog.
It is. It is. That's exactly what it means.
You mean WAP like WAP?
Huh?
Jonathan? You mean WAP like WAP?
Duran, I was like, what?
We just want to make sure, Bean.
That was on the paperwork.
Hey, Bean, you want our
No,
OGs? You want
WAP,
to make sure you were
WOP,
good.
WOP,
We were gonna leave you out
WOP.
there like that, Bean. You one of our OGs. We want to make sure you
I don't know what
good.
that means. Probably. Yeah. No, WOP. WAP.
W-O-P. Okay.
Yeah, WAP.
Okay.
WAP. Guinea WAP.
Okay,
You've
I
heard
didn't
that
hear the O. I didn't hear the W.
I didn't hear the
I
O.
didn't, okay.
Marty, I did not hear the O. My bad.
We good.
Okay.
Hey, Jonathan, just know
Yes.
WAP. The W is wet and the A is ass. I can lead the P to you.
Oh.
So
Jonathan said, nah.
Jonathan, someone
Yes.
is saying in the chat that Biden flew illegal people into the country. That's a lie.
Illegals.
Biden
Biden did not bring any illegals in here. No illegals came in here. I promise you, no illegals came in here when Biden was. I don't think the illegals ever got in this motherfucker. I just kidding. But no,
illegals ain't make it.
I don't think the illegals ever made it in this bitch. So no. So let me go back and clear this up, guys. All right. That's what Guinea WAP stood for. And that's why Italians got upset when they were called that. Okay? Without papers. All right? So, people don't want to hear that. People want to make excuses and say, no, it was different for us. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't come here the right way. They got over here. I mean, the right way, according to you guys, is to go to the embassy. So once again, that. Yeah. So that's what that. So, hey, if I just want to put it that way. I just want, because when you guys are sitting here talking about the processing centers, we should be processing people in here. Dr. Amanda, you have something different? I don't know.
Jonathan, they had to clear those ships and everything through the U.S. and America. It was totally different from today. And when you came through, just like in the movie Titanic, they did health inspect you, but they did document everybody. So you can go in and search the databases. I know because my great-grandparents and my grandparents came over at that time, and I have all their paperwork.
Did they bring
all
papers?
about the process. So it's like totally different than today.
No, my question, here's my question. Did they get permission to come here?
Yeah, those ships you had to get permission. The U.S., you can look it up, like do some research on it, because the U.S. and Europe work together. And those ships, like for example, the ship that specifically that my people came on was called the America. You can actually Google it, but it was America with a K. And so that was something that the Europe and the U.S. Worked on together to approve that. So that was considered legal immigration.
No.
And yeah, you were cleared for that.
One second here. Once again, they didn't work because people just got on those boats. People just got on those boats, period. Okay? And the U.S. wasn't working with Europe. Can you send me something that says the U.S. and Europe work together on that, Dr. Amanda?
I'll send it.
Send it to me right now.
Text
it to me. Text it to me.
I don't have your way to text you though.
Yeah.
You can message me.
You have. You messaged me before.
On
one second.
back channel, I think.
1 second here, Amanda. Okay. I'll see right now. All right. Back channel me, get it over to me. Because here it is, folks. People just jumped on those boats and came over. That's what they did. They jumped on, they paid their way. There was no contact with the United States before they got here. Okay? And when they got here, people changed their names right then and there. All right? They came over here undocumented.
Jonathan, a lot of that's also a myth too. That they had to come and they changed their name after they were processed. And it's funny you say that, because looking up my ancestors, we had this whole production because they changed it after they got in the States. It's like it was like a nightmare. So it's funny you say all this, because I actually did a lot of research on this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's in the chat, but between 1880 and 1924, 4 million Italian Americans immigrated to the U.S. legally because all they needed to do to prove they were legal was prove they were not criminals, show up and show they were not carrying contagious disease, and demonstrate they could support themselves or had a sponsor, and they were considered legal immigrants.
We know Jonathan doesn't know what he's talking
Wrong.
about.
No, I'm not wrong.
TC,
Well,
we're not doing
Jonathan,
that
you
right
were
now.
just corrected two times on the stage. I know
I'm talking to someone.
we're
Okay,
not correcting Jonathan on the stage right now,
yeah,
guys. That's what we're not doing.
yeah. We're TC. We're well. Anyway, once again, I am going to look through this right here. They came to Ellis Island, all right, and I want you. And you said now, Jonathan Howard. What did you just say, Jonathan Howard?
To prove that they were not criminals, show up not carrying any contagious disease, and demonstrate that they could support themselves and they were considered legal immigrants.
Okay, so what is Guinea Wops?
Wait, that is incorrect. Without papers is an assumption, but it is not what it actually means.
Okay. What does it mean, John? Go ahead.
So it's a racial slur that's historically derogatory, and it's for Italian Americans, but it does not mean without papers.
Wrong.
It is an incorrect but popular myth that that's what it stands for, but it is incorrect.
That's what it was. That's what they were called, and that's what they're called.
Okay.
Damn, Jonathan, you've been proven wrong, buddy. I mean,
okay. Without papers, no, actually, that's what they did. And you know, Cindy Stumpo and I talk about this all the time. I'll get Cindy Stumpo in here right now. So, so we're talking about New York Italians. So I'll get Cindy in here right now. All right. So go ahead. Go ahead, guys. Keep talking. Because once again, and I stand by the fact that many people came to Ellis Island, okay, undocumented. So while we're doing that, let's see here, Cindy.
Jonathan.
Hey, Cindy, real quick, what does WAP mean?
Guinea WAP, Italians without paper. Was that right?
Yeah, okay.
I said that.
Okay, that's what you already. You said that as well, without papers as well. That's what you guys called them. Okay.
No.
Yeah, because I got a. Okay.
That's what.
No, because I'm in a room. I got a room full of people telling me that's not correct. I know that's what we called them in the Northeast. Okay.
I'll be right, and you don't even have to say it. I will.
All right.
I just sent it to you.
I love my Cindy.
That's funny.
I love my Cindy.
All right, because I know in the Northeast what it means in the Northeast. Okay.
You know what they used to call black people?
Yeah, TC.
It doesn't make it any truer either, does it?
Excuse me?
These people were legal. They came in legally. We had immigration laws. Those immigration laws were enforced on our borders through presidents. Wow. And you have a president that lets everybody in, and all of a sudden we want to go back to racial tropes because, you know, that's the popular thing to do to justify it now.
Well, no. What do you see? First of all, you're arguing with yourself. All right, Cindy, how you doing, Cindy? So we're talking about WAPs. What does WAPs mean?
Yeah. It's a slang word. It's Guinea WAP. That's the word, Guinea WAP. It means Italians.
Guinea WAP.
It means Italians without paper. So when they came here, yes, Jonathan, that's what it means, honey. I'm sorry to tell you. Don't look up the technical term of WAP. It is a slang word for Guineas without paper, meaning Italians without paper. So if you call somebody a Guinea WAP, that's like calling somebody the N-word or a bad word.
Exactly. It's a slur.
TC, we know this, honey. You're in the wrong part of the conversation, though. We weren't disputing that.
Jonathan thinks that's a historically documented proof point.
It absolutely is in the Northeast. Absolutely.
Wow, she just heard what I just said. I mean, she wasn't even here when I said it.
No. What she said was that WAP was a derogatory term.
I said that. But TC, mute your mic, please. I said that.
You would never, TC, you would never use the word just WAP. That's not how it's used. It's if you're arguing with somebody or fighting with somebody, I'll just cite you an example, right? I'm having a fight. You're Irish. I'm Italian. The Italian's going to say it's the Irish is going to say the Italian. You fucking guinea wop, right? There it goes. Game on because you use those words. Guinea wop. Guineas without paper. Okay. Now, if you
You
want to,
fucking guinea wop.
okay, right here, if you look it up, suggests that WAP may have originated from without papers, referring to an undocumented status, some Italian immigrants. Bingo. There it is right there. Jonathan, I'll send it to you.
No, Cindy, I agree with you. I agree with you. See, TC doesn't understand that everything you said, I said. Okay,
No,
everything you said, I said.
no, you didn't. You
Okay,
said
no, don't worry about it. No, DC, then I'm wrong. Okay, if I didn't say it, then I'm wrong. Let's leave it alone.
people came over without
No, but if I didn't say it, I'm wrong. Then okay, if I didn't say it, I'm wrong.
somebody had to come on stage. Two people had to come on stage and correct you and say it was a slur. It was a derogatory term. It was
Well,
not some sort of
technically,
historically
That's
documented.
exactly what I said.
He
technically,
said that though.
No, he didn't.
technically,
Quit.
guys,
Cindy, did you say that they were undocumented?
That's what
there
Jonathan said. That's what
exactly.
the white
That's
Jonathan said. And
Can I
Jonathan,
ask?
that is
Can I
correct.
ask Cindy a
I
question,
Hold on, hold
please?
on, hold on. Let Cindy speak. Let her
derogatory
answer. Let
term.
her answer.
It was
Hold
not.
on, TC. Hold on, TC. Hold on. Cindy trying to answer, bro. Go ahead,
Even
Cindy.
if you were here legally, it was a word that
Thank
used,
you. That
okay,
is not what
for
Jonathan said.
but it is, but it's
Huh.
not as much as it's a slang word, it still represents without papers due to the Italians of the immigration coming in here illegally.
Cindy, I don't even know why he called you in here. That's not up for dispute. We all agree.
Yeah, you guys are
So
witnessing this, right? Jonathan, you're witnessing this. You guys are
It's a
witnessing this.
train wreck.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely witnessing
you guys are
this.
witnessing this, right?
No,
Bro,
now you're gonna
TC,
talk
just
about
let it
the
ride, bro. Just let
now,
it.
right?
Come on, bro.
I'm
You
letting it
know,
ride. I'm letting
listen,
it
bro. This is
ride.
one of those ones. No, not
I
you,
just
JB.
sent
Tell him,
you,
TC, let it
I
ride.
just sent you, if you read your text, it's right there. It's not
Send it
that
to TC.
it's just not that it's slang, but it's used in and it's fighting words, you know what I'm saying? But it's still WAP stands for, and it comes from the Italian descent of immigrants. You didn't say that to a Jew. You didn't say that to an Irish person. You said it about Italians. Period.
Cindy, nobody's
Tell him
debating
right.
that. That's your Jonathan brought you in here to back up a point that was not in
No,
dispute.
no, I got a
There's
text.
no
Hold
reason for
on,
you to be talking about this.
hold on.
Nobody's disputing that it was a derogatory term. What Jonathan said was
Okay.
WAP is the proof point that we know all the Italians
That's
came in
not
when they came
true.
in the
That's
40s and
not true.
that's exactly what
First
he
of all,
said. When
I
they all
didn't.
came in, they came in illegally and they
Yeah,
came
Let
on boats and they just let them in.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why you
TC,
have the
let me
yeah.
word
let
WAP.
TC, let
That's
me
No,
what
that's
just
not what
Jonathan
I
said.
said.
let me
That's
just
exactly that's
That's just
exactly
not what I
if that's
said.
what
No,
Jonathan
it
said, put a
wasn't.
one in the chat.
stop.
If
First of all,
that's what Jonathan said, put a one in the
that's
chat.
not how I
No
said.
one said.
That's
Oh,
not.
okay, Jonathan. I know you're gonna protect because you
TC,
you came on stage
let me make
Matter of
this
fact, he
clear.
disagrees with you. Jonathan
okay, so
disagrees with
Oh
you.
Jonathan,
my
so what
God.
the fuck did you say and how did you refute what Jonathan said?
First
Since
of
you
all, can
wanna
I say
ass kiss
something?
all the goddamn
TC, stop
time.
talking
God
to
What the
me.
Go
hell
damn.
are
ahead
you
and kiss
talking
his
about,
ass
First of
now,
all,
TC?
Jonathan. Go ahead.
Hold
listen
on,
to me.
guys. Hold on.
Okay.
Kissing ass. Jonathan,
Hold up.
stand up for
Hold on.
yourself,
TC,
bro. Stop being a
hold
bitch
on.
all your
Hold
life,
Yo,
on.
what the
bro.
hell are you talking about,
Yeah,
TC?
you
I
gotta
can
be a
stand
bitch all
right
your life.
now.
Stay on the same
Holy
shit
shit.
you said 10 minutes ago.
You being real,
Why
like
are
listen
you
to this. This is the
asking
thing I said
now?
10 minutes ago. Ten
Okay,
minutes ago, I
can I
said that
just
the
say
word.
something? Jonathan is not what brought me in the room. Marty asked me to jump.
Marty called her before me. Did somebody hit mute all? Did someone hit mute all? Did someone hit mute all? Yeah, guys.
That's not what happened. Marty did not call me either. He just said jump into the room. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever you are, do not touch that mute all button. Do not touch that mute all button. Whoever
Yeah,
you
man.
are,
You
do
messing
not touch
things
that.
up.
Yeah, you mess up the whole production of our show. Do not touch the mute all button. This
Yeah, I
is
text Cindy
crazy.
to jump into the room. Yeah, man.
Nobody
Yeah,
told me
appreciate
why
it.
I was
Yeah.
jumping in the room, by the way, okay?
Yeah, literally. All I said was get into room twice. I texted her twice, and then I sent her the link to the room. Straight up.
And that's when I reached out. But like I said, guys, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Chat, you're down, chat. I don't know if you didn't know, chat. Someone hit mute all. We were all sent down.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yeah. Leave our freaking mute all button alone. What the hell?
Oh my God.
Yeah, they messed up the whole stream.
Sorry, bro. Don't be touching shit. God damn. You hear us talking. I was even saying chill out, but I started laughing.
Never, guys, listen to me. If you're a moderator, never ever touch the mute all. Okay? When the log sheet come out, you guys will be fat. Don't touch the mute all. The whole stream went down. So anyway, let's get back to it. TC, are you still here? It was a perfect time for him to duck out. It was a perfect time for him to duck out.
No, man.
I was letting him bury himself.
He ain't been the same since he had that debate with Malcolm Nance.
I ain't gonna lie, boy.
Why, Jonathan? What was he saying that it was? What?
TC was so humble with love. You saw that? TC was humble and shit. I'm like, damn, he been in church for what?
Hey, Los, he got to get his lick back. He trying, goddamn, he trying to eat every way he can to come back. He don't care who in the Coliseum.
What was he debating?
No, Cindy, everything I said. Go ahead, go ahead, because it sounds better.
I mean, basically, what you said, JB said exactly what you said, Cindy. He said that the WAP was the because I started laughing because there was a song came out that WAP, but he said WAP, without papers. That's exactly what he started and engaged in. It was all about without papers, illegals.
And then I also said there's another word, and I didn't want to say it. Then finally I said I'll say it because I didn't want to say the word, because
get the Guinea word.
Yeah, well, you can say it because I don't want to offend anyone because I know how offensive it is. I know how offensive that is.
It only is offensive when it's more of a Northeast thing, Jonathan, for sure. For sure. Like, I'm not sure if they use that in Florida or in the Carolinas or on the West Coast, but for sure, New York, New Jersey,
I would
Rhode
get
Island,
shot and killed
Boston.
using that word. I get shot and killed using that.
Again, it's fighting words for sure, right? Like, it would, that's it. Game on. Once you said a word like that and you weren't Italian, game on. But Italians didn't say that to each other.
Yes.
And the truth of the matter, no one knew if you had papers or didn't have papers, right? So, like when Joe was growing up in Norwood, the Irish kids would say it to him all the time. He was born in America, but his mom and dad and two sisters and brother were born in Italy. So they would just say it to get under your skin, even though you don't know who had papers, who didn't have papers. It was fighting words. That's exactly what it was. But the truth is, I really only heard that in Boston from Irish kids. Nobody else. I don't know why.
I think it's a British term. I hear sometimes do Guinea. The Brits, I think, use it.
I don't know. I'm not hanging around in Britain, but
it's Boston. But watch the movie. Watch that movie when you have a chance. What is it called? I'll think about it. Don't worry about it. They use it in it. The one with I don't remember.
You've even heard it you've even heard the word wops in Italian gangster movies, right? You fucking guinea wop. You heard all those things, like, but it didn't necessarily mean that you did not have papers. It was just fighting words. You knew like a kid wanted to start with you.
Yeah, because they didn't like, yo, you're saying I'm here without papers. That was fighting words. It was very derogatory. Very, very derogatory. It's a slur.
1,000%. But I never ever heard it. In all honesty, I never heard it from any other kids besides Irish kids. I never heard it come out of Jewish kids' mouths. I never heard it come out of black people's mouths. I never heard it come out of anybody else's mouths but Irish. Here, anyways.
No, so, Cindy, what would be the reply that an Italian person would say back when they would hear that? Besides wanting to fight, is there another slur that will be given back?
The only
I'm
fighting
giving him a
words,
double thumbs up.
if an Italian called another Italian a guinea or a greaseball, again, those were fighting words against each other. But total guinea walk means like we're going to get into a jam tonight. We're going to get into a fight.
They also use the word Gino too. Remember
What?
that one?
What?
They also use the word Gino.
No, never
Yeah.
heard. No,
Maybe that's
Bro,
right.
no.
you're
Yeah,
Jewish,
that's
bro.
that
Stay in your
Yeah,
Canadian.
shut
That's
lane.
that
up. Shut up.
Canadian
Are
shit.
you sure you're not you're
What
not
are you
thinking?
talking
Are you
about?
That's
thinking
that
not?
Canadian
I think he
shit.
Fuck
might
off,
be
Marty.
trying to use the word. I think he might be trying to use the word goyim, but not
Sorry.
Gino.
No, Goyim, we know that's a Yiddish word for non-Jew, just like
So
shiksa or
sorry.
girl.
You ain't know what you talk about. Nobody
Oh
said no
God,
Gino.
yeah, Gino.
Cindy, did you ever heard Gino? Did you ever,
Why
ever,
would you
ever?
No,
backdrop with the
no,
fucking C, Marty? Okay.
no. But Canada,
Yeah,
anything. I don't know. Maybe they
Sorry.
say that in
Everybody look
Canada.
like Stevie Wonder.
No, sorry, man. Mute up, man. You
Take
was
that.
wrong. Tighten up. Yeah. Appreciate you. JB, you
Stevie
back.
has dreads, so there's that.
All right, whatever.
Not all black
Anyways,
people
but
look
no,
alike.
Cindy,
Well, you know what?
that's what the
We'll
back
cut
and
your
forth
house
was
and give it him for dread.
between
The what?
that's what the back and forth between TC and JB was about. That's pretty much what you
So what
came
was
in and
TC saying that it meant?
go ahead,
Everybody
JB.
without
You can get
papers?
that. You can
I
get
don't know
that
what
in
he
there.
was saying because I said what I said, and you came in and said what I said. And in fact,
Jonathan, you
there
know
are.
exactly what I said. Okay, the white Jonathan came off mic and corrected you and said these people that came over, they were actually considered
No,
illegal. And what Jonathan did was like the bitch move that he normally does is he changes
TC.
up
One
and
second, one second,
he
one second,
decides
one
to
second, one
no no
second.
no no and he
Listen,
decides to say
no,
he
bro.
didn't
You're
say
not
what
going.
he
Hold
said.
up,
He
bro.
did a
There you go.
bitch
I'm gonna mute you
move. That was
down.
a bitch move, and he's known
There you
for it. He
go.
does this on a
Let
regular
him
Yeah,
fight. Let him
Bitch
fight.
move did I? No, what bitch
no,
move did I make? No, I want to
no.
know what the hell he's talking about because I told you, like I said, that they were legal because they were considered legal. That's all I said. And I said they needed to be considered legal. They need to not have disease. They need to be able to support themselves, and they had to. I
Are
don't
you
remember
talking
what
about
else.
Jonathan when you came through Ellis Island?
Yeah,
No, all they held you for was not, they didn't hold you other than for diseases. Not
diseases. You
because,
had to prove that you could be
Bingo.
there yourself. Those are the things, and then they were legal. They were
no,
considered legal at
No,
that
they
time.
were
They
being
did need to
processed.
have
No, they're
papers.
being processed. They were
They
being
did not
they
need
were
to
processed.
have
being
papers
processed.
They were
when they
being.
came.
They had to be processed, and they had to go through
God damn
the
it, Jonathan!
process.
Stand up for yourself for once in a
Shut
life. Get a
the fuck up,
backbone, bro.
TC.
Like, come on, they're
Seriously,
walking all over you,
Shut
bro.
up.
Like,
shut
stand
up.
up
Can
for
y'all tell
yourself,
Cindy
bro.
where it started? Because I think Jonathan, there were
Cindy,
people that pushed back initially.
Cindy, what I was saying is Ellis Island was a processing center. All right,
Correct.
people that correct. See, people didn't come over here with papers. They came over
I
here.
didn't say they need to come with papers, so
And I'm not, Jonathan. I'm not
okay.
talking to you. Yep, I'm not talking to you at all. This is just
Bro,
me.
stop being a bitch and letting people walk over you. Stand up for yourself, Jonathan.
Jonathan,
Damn it.
Jonathan. First of all,
God,
Seriously,
bro.
TC,
it's
shut
I'm so
up.
sorry, Jonathan.
Nobody's
I'm
talking
so
to you,
sorry. Yes,
TC.
you were right. You were right. Sorry.
TC, nobody's talking
That's
to
what
you.
you sound
Shut
like,
up.
a little bitch.
Mute up.
you know.
All right, TC,
Drink
vibe, bro.
some
Come on, you was good
water.
at first, but no
I mean,
need for
guys,
the
you
extras. Let's
got
keep
to
it
think
going.
about this. They all came over in ships. They didn't come over in a rowboat here
Yeah.
from Italy.
Yeah.
hmm
They didn't cross
And some people
borders.
came with
No, that was the
$5,
Cuban.
$7 in their pocket. $7 in their pocket.
Some came with no money.
Exactly.
Right. They had three
But
requirements.
you had to have at least money to get on that ship, and you had to
Yes.
have
Or
documentation.
stowaway.
And sometimes there were stowaways for sure. But think about this, right? The first boat that Joe's family was coming on was the Andrea Doria, and because one of his sister's paperwork was not correct, they couldn't let them on that ship. They turned them away from getting on that ship, which turned out to be a blessing, right? Because that ship went down. So the process had to start from over there to come over here because they didn't let the family come through to get on the ship. Because when they opened up her paperwork, she was a baby. She was like 2 or 3. Her paperwork was wrong.
That's
So
what I was saying too, Cindy. I said that before, but everybody I think was confused what I was saying. They had to look at that paperwork. So technically it was approved, but it's not like what we think today where it's literally this grueling, crazy process. I mean, it took my people 40 years. I have the paperwork once they got here to actually become a citizen. It's pretty nuts.
So the laws were less restrictive, though. They had 3 requirements when they got to Ellis Island in order to be considered a legal immigrant: prove they weren't criminals, show they were not carrying any contagious disease, and demonstrate they could support themselves. So those are the 3 requirements. There were no quotas until 1924.
Okay. All right.
And what was the one that was primarily focused on, Jonathan?
That I got to push back on too. I can speak for the Italian community. I can't speak for anybody else.
Over 4 million
But
Italians arrived in Ellis Island with this.
You had to prove that you had family members to go stay with here, that you had somewhere to go when you got here.
That they could
So
demonstrate they could support themselves or had a sponsor. That is exactly what that is.
That's
what I said. That's one of the 3 requirements.
And what Jonathan Howard is talking about is the processing of those people into the country.
Yes,
that is the processing.
So here's the thing.
I mean, you guys are all forgetting when all the Jews came over, right? And they came over on boats, right? Ships, blah, blah, blah. Do you think everybody's name was Goldberg? When you start, thinking of all the Jewish names, that's
No,
not
it
how it
wasn't.
happened. They changed their names when they came to this country. They literally
That's what I
made
said.
lines and said, okay, everybody in this line is going to be Goldberg. Everybody in this line is going to be Fickelstein. I don't know. Like, they literally changed all their names.
Fickelstein.
They literally
Cindy.
So anyway,
changed their names.
it says no immigrants did not generally. Once again, guys, they didn't need paperwork to get on that ship. No, the immigrants generally didn't need to present paperwork.
No paperwork required.
Or passport. Yeah, exactly. A visa to enter the United States through Ellis Island. During the peak years from 1892 to 1924, the primary documentation was just the ship's manifest when they got, and that's what they did, compiled by the shipping country. While passports exist, they were not universally adopted until the 1920s. So that's what I'm saying. You guys are saying people came over here like they went through a process to come over here. They didn't. They just showed up.
No, Jonathan, what you said was they came over here illegally.
Yeah.
What you said,
I said
and you were wrong. You did not say
undocumented.
undocumented. You said illegally is what you said. We all heard you.
Guys,
You said illegally. That's when
illegally undocumented. I said illegally and undocumented. Undocumented. They were not documented. Okay, is what I said.
Definitely, Jonathan, if you look back when the Irish started to come over here, which was what? 18 what?
Yeah, the Irish came over. They're
hold on. One mic. What he did was he's trying to reverse history. Is what he's trying to do, Cindy.
TC, you're not speaking over the host.
Nobody's speaking over anybody, Jonathan. You're wrong.
No, Cindy's talking. Okay, yeah, mute him out. Cindy's talking. Okay, let her finish her thought. Then we will let you talk. Okay.
Early 1700s, Cindy.
Just Google when the Irish came here.
Early 1700s. Early 1700s, Cindy.
There was no documentation back then. They just came over.
They just came over. That's correct.
So documentation started in what? Then the Italians started to come over in the 1800s somewhere.
Let's see.
18 what?
1924 is when documentation became a requirement for most.
1924. Yeah, he's correct.
But prior to that, when did Italians start to immigrate here? Marty, what does it say? 18 what?
The Irish came before the Italians.
1,000%. That's why the Irish hated the Italians.
This was back in the early 1800s. Yes, so the Irish were here first. Yes, 1700s for Irish, 1800s.
But don't forget, there were signs. Do not apply for a job if you're Irish. Like, there were signs. Do not apply for a job. Do not apply for a job. Same thing when the Italians started to come. Do not apply for a job. If you're Italian, do not apply for a job. That's it. There were signs for both. Need not to apply.
But
lady got her hand up. She had her hand up for a minute.
Go ahead, bro. Call her name.
Lady, you can go ahead, lady.
D. Dolores. All right, let's keep it moving.
So you couldn't even apply for many jobs, Jonathan. It literally said,
I know that.
Need not apply.
Mm-hmm.
With Irish, right? Need not apply. Then it said for Italians, need not apply. That went on and that went into the early 1900s too. So they couldn't even apply for jobs. They got jobs, but they couldn't apply at a lot of places.
So, folks, what I'm saying to you is this right here. All right. They came over here. They didn't check before they came. They just came. They got over here. All right, and I get what you guys are saying, and I will correct some things.
He's still
In my
lying. They did check when they got over here, bro. Why are you
shut
still
up.
lying? Why are you still
No,
lying?
TC.
Jesus.
No, they didn't,
No,
TC.
they did check,
I did not. I
Cindy.
said
Not
they did
till
not check before they got
not
over
till
here.
later on,
They
TC.
did not check before they got over here.
I
They
know.
did not. They
This
did not
must
check
be
before
the
they got over
fucking
here.
Twilight Zone or some shit.
They did not check before they got over here.
All
If
right.
they can come, they didn't say, "Oh, is it okay? Can you process me?" No, they did not.
Look, my grandfather would be
Cindy, sorry,
my
it's
grandfather
McGenna.
would be 110 today. He went through Ellis Island too. He came from Sicily, went through Ellis Island.
So,
So
someone,
50 years
Cindy,
back.
sorry, Cindy, Jonathan, it's McGenna. But what I don't understand is if America was the land of opportunity and the word spread around the world and people were coming from all over the world here, it's not like they were required to be legal or illegal because this was like an invitation because this is prior to the 1900s where you had to have proper documentation, be processed, so on and so forth. So Ellis Island happened before and the 1700s and the 1600s and the 1800s. Like people were just coming in and there was no one at the border stopping them. So are they considered illegal or this is a land that offered that opportunity for
Well,
people to
but
build?
think about this, McGinnis. Think about which president turned that ship around and sent the Jews back to Germany.
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, to all go, he turned them back. And he knew what was going on over there. He still turned the ship back and they all went back and they died, right? That was what year?
But
That
that's
was
not
40.
because they were illegal. That was because of the nonsense that was happening,
That's even worse.
But that's
which is
even worse, honey,
worse.
when you
That's
think
even
about it.
worse.
Yes.
If you no
They
no, let me
came
get
over, they all got onto a ship and came here, and
Oh,
he
no.
said, no, turn that ship back. We are not going to let them off the ship.
No, I get it. I'm referring to the Ellis Island question, which is a phenomenal question. Were they legal or illegal? My question is, as someone who has no idea, and I should study this more, if it was like an open border, as long as you qualified that you were healthy and you could support yourself and you had a family here, welcome to America. So it wasn't considered
But you still had to
crossing the
be
border.
processed. Again,
Yes.
you still had to be processed. Like, I can only use Italy as an example, right? Because my family's immigrants from Italy, but they had to be processed. I just made the point where Joe's sister, Giselle, didn't have the proper paperwork. They did not let the family on that ship to come here. So they were being processed over there too. They had
That's
to
a
have the
fact.
proper paperwork to be able to come here.
what'd you
Cindy,
say,
so
Cindy?
you've proven that you do
Wait,
have a process before you come here.
There
That they
was.
were there was a process, and so the point here is that they were not illegal. They
there
weren't
wasn't
considered
there
getting
wasn't
off
a
the boat. But
process.
look, now Jonathan wants to talk over me, right? He just got done lecturing me about talking over Cindy,
And
but we're
that
going to
was
talk over
only
TC
back.
because this
If
is the
she,
liberal. This is
listen,
the liberal
if
room,
she's
right? So
69
so
now,
so
hold
so
on, she's 69. So that was 66, 67 years ago
exactly.
that
We're
they
talking
let them
about the
leave.
1950s, 1940s, the same time frame where Jonathan is saying that these people came over here illegally. They did not come over
TC,
illegally.
TC,
They were
what is your?
processed, they
Lots
were
of people came.
considered, and then now we're gonna talk over TC again, right? Because
Yeah,
that's what we
I
do.
want to know
Because we
what's your
like
aim here in this
we don't
room.
like well, I'm trying to
What's your
correct
aim in
the
this room?
mistruth, the disinformation and the misinformation.
What I want to know is what's your aim here, because all you're doing
I just
is you're
told you you
not.
keep
I
muting
want one
me, so
second. Yeah,
I
I
can't
am
answer you.
because yeah, see, because I want to know because all you're doing is arguing. You're not having a conversation.
I'm
Okay.
correcting your
No.
mistruths
You
and your
no no
fake and false information.
yeah. So here's the thing. See, see how that works.
Jonathan didn't have the guts to
So
do it, so I had to come in.
I corrected him. Shut up
so
already.
all you have to do is if you want to
No,
have a
you didn't. Just a
conversation,
minute ago,
have
you
the
told us you didn't
if you want to
correct
have
him.
a
Is what
conversation, let's have the conversation. If you want to have the conversation, let's have the conversation. But what you're doing right now, I don't know. Look, you want to center yourself? That's fine. That's fine. I'll give you
I
20
wouldn't
minutes to
have
center
to center
yourself.
myself if somebody else corrected you, bro. But
Yeah, bro, they did correct me. Okay, and once again, I have already said, okay, great, all right, but I am going to still stand on the fact that they didn't get permission to come here before that. Like they didn't go get paperwork. I'm sorry, that's wrong. We've looked that up. You didn't require. It wasn't required. Okay, they have paperwork. All right, everything that I've
So
looked up.
how would they get on that boat, Jonathan, and risk their
Yeah, that
families'
Jonathan.
lives?
See, that's
I
what
think
happens when
you
I
you
push
you
back
you
against you,
you you're
Jonathan.
being
Other people
very.
get a
I don't
backbone.
know what area you're talking about, but I can
The,
just
the,
tell
the,
you that
Other
when they
people get
were
a
getting
backbone
over
and they feel
here.
like they
Hold
can
on,
push
Cindy,
back
go
against
ahead.
you too. That's the
Hold on.
aim
What
of
did you?
the.
Let
That's the
me
aim
hear
of
what
why.
Cindy had to
But
say because I want to
hold
hear
on,
her.
Marty, because I was talking.
JB,
I was talking and
this is
Hold
Jonathan
on,
set
hold
me
on.
up. Let
graduation.
me respond.
This is a
Hold on,
graduation
right
I know
now.
you
from
Hold on,
guys.
hold on, brother. Hold
procedural
on.
processing
TC, 1 second,
over
brother.
time.
Hold on, Dave. 1 second. Because right now we're arguing over a point. Let's get to the bottom line, right? JB, you just said that it wasn't required. Cindy, you said you don't know what area you're talking about. Can you? Is there something different?
No,
Was it
fuck that, bro.
required
He
in
was
some?
I
responding
Hold
to
on,
me,
gave
Marty.
you.
What the?
man.
I gave you what
Bro, we're gonna
here that
pass it to you,
No, bro.
TC.
happened.
I
Just
was
vibe. Let's
talking.
get
We're
to the
not about to.
bottom of this, bro. Just
yeah,
chill.
don't
Go
drop them,
ahead,
guys.
Cindy.
Don't drop them. Do not
No, we're
drop
not
him.
drop. I didn't drop any. Yeah, don't drop TC. Don't
Emotional
drop TC.
Where's he
damage.
at? Where's he at?
Don't drop TC. Don't drop
Don't drop.
TC.
Yeah, don't drop
Keep
him,
TC
guys.
right here. Cindy, was there something different? Because I want to pass it back to CC, but I want to understand. Was there something different in certain areas? Go ahead, Cindy. Let's get some clarification.
I don't know. I can just tell you that if she couldn't get on if the family couldn't get on the ship and come here because the baby's paperwork was incorrect and they had to make it correct before they were able to come
What
back, right,
paperwork,
on the
Cindy?
boat.
What paperwork?
Her
What paperwork?
paperwork, something with her paperwork, when they got to the port to come here to America, they could not let them on the Andrea Doria. They had to turn them
So
away.
what?
It took them another 2, 3 months to fix the paperwork, and then they were able to come to America.
And what type of paperwork was that? Like, was it some type of like
I
a
don't know.
vaccination? You don't know
I don't.
exactly. Okay. Okay.
No
Now
idea.
let's push it back to TC.
I can assume, Martin,
Hold,
as an immigrant, because I know stories as well. The paperwork, especially when it's a little baby. Back in the day, in those years, there were wars. Guess what? When a baby was born, sometimes it took years for that baby to be registered to reflect that that baby belongs to that family. Many children were not registered for months and months and months and years, even in the 1900s, even in Albania. So, unless every single child reflected name, last name, registered to this family, that they were healthy, that they had a place to go in America to visit, that someone would care for them and they weren't going to become a burden to the country, they were not allowed on any boats because
That's not true.
one, they had to
But
afford
that
it.
wasn't the
hold
situation.
on. Hold on.
The whole family had the
One second.
paperwork
Okay. Go
One
ahead. Go
fine.
second.
ahead.
Let's bet, hey guys. Anyone want to place a bet that you guys are wrong? I'll place money on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But
place
let's
a
get
bet that you
TC
were
back in.
wrong
I
when
want
you
to
No,
hear
said
no,
what
that
no,
they
no,
were
no,
TC.
no.
illegal when they
No, one
came here.
second.
Oh, you don't
One
want to play.
second.
You don't want to place
Bro,
that bet, right? Because
bro,
you
let's not
lose
talk.
that bet.
Let's not
Let's
talk.
place another
You owe me
bet.
$1,000. You
I
haven't
don't owe
paid
you
yet.
shit. I
Okay,
paid you what I owed you.
no, you
I
did
don't
not.
owe you shit.
Bullshit. TC, listen to me. If you continue to talk that
Okay,
way,
Steve.
I brought you
I'm
back up
telling
here.
you,
Don't
Jonathan,
TC,
I
listen.
don't care
you
that you brought
couldn't.
me up here.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't owe you. Don't
guys.
say I
Come
owe
on,
you
TC.
anything
Guys,
when
Let's
I'm.
TC
rock,
is
bro.
done.
Come
It's
on,
done.
bro.
It's
Let's
done.
rock, bro. Let's
Say
rock
that,
out,
man.
It's
man. Let's
done.
rock
It's
out. Let's
done.
have a good
It's
time.
done. It's
TC, I want
done.
to hear what
No,
you got to
no.
say.
I'm about to
You
deal.
go.
Yo, no, because he's playing that bullshit right now. Now I'm giving him chance, time at a time. You're not gonna come in my fucking space and talk to me like that. You wouldn't do that in real life. And we're close
All
enough
right.
so that we are close enough so that you can do it in real life. So don't do the shit on the app.
But what are you guys saying that you didn't
No,
have to have the
no, no,
proper
no,
paperwork from the other country? Because you did.
no.
And
Listen to
again,
me,
I don't know what
Mariana.
years
Look,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
So she's right, probably about the registration of the baby. But what I will say
But
is this,
even
right?
even my grandfather and five
Cindy, let me just
siblings
finish.
came here,
Cindy,
and they had to have paperwork coming out of
Cindy,
Italy to get here.
Cindy, that's not true.
Yes, honey,
You,
they did.
Cindy,
They did.
We didn't have stuff set up. We didn't have visas, and we have any of that set up over there at the time.
Listen, I'm not calling you paper. I made a valid point, honey, that when they got to that port and were getting on that ship, and this is my in-laws, not my grandfather. He came over. He had his papers correct, and that family was taken in by another family here. She, on the other side of the family, they wouldn't let them on the ship. They refused them. They even took their bags off the ship and sent them away and said, "This baby's paperwork is not correct. You got to correct the paperwork before you can go leave Italy and go to America."
And that
Like I
was
said, it
what, the
was
80s?
No, no.
no,
The only thing they
that's
used, Cindy, was the
63
ship
years ago.
manifest. The
That's
only thing they
63
that's
years ago?
63 years ago. So whatever 63
Cindy, the
years
only
ago.
thing they used was the ship
That's
manifest. That's what they used back then. The ship manifest. If you got on that
No,
boat,
Jonathan, she couldn't get. I'm telling you,
63 years ago was after 1924.
okay.
JB,
yeah,
we're
that's
talking
So
about
then
yeah,
there was
uh,
rules, yes.
yes. Oh, she's
JB.
talking about after 1924. That's something
I
totally
There
said
different.
wasn't
six.
rules
I said
before.
63 years ago.
We're
Okay,
talking
People
got it.
about
just
Sorry.
piled on
history
a
that
boat and
spans.
just came
Marty,
here.
Okay,
I'd like to
but
make
wait
my
a minute.
Okay,
submission,
so
please,
okay,
Hold
hold
Marty.
on.
on
Are
one
we going to
second,
let me
guys. One
speak
second,
or no?
one mic,
Because I
guys.
thought I
TC,
One
was
second.
yeah.
speaking.
Okay, one
TC, give me
second,
clear.
one second,
Google,
one second.
when did the Andrea Dory go down?
Wait.
What year
Okay.
was that?
When did the who? When did the who?
The
It
Andrea
was in the
Dory go
40s or the
down.
50s. I can't remember exactly.
What year did that ship go down?
It went down in 56.
Okay.
It was after
They came on the
1924.
next right. They came on the
So this
next
was
ship.
after 24. Okay, so bottom line is right now, I'm gonna pass it right now to you, TC. I know a bunch of people jumped in. Bottom line is after 24, there were rules. Prior to 24, there were no rules.
That's
Correct.
what I
Yes.
said.
Okay,
That's
TC. Okay, now let's get TC. Let's hear it. The floor is yours, brother.
So it creates a slippery slope. The reason why I said that you have to correct him when he's saying this stuff, like they're coming over illegally. For years, we allowed them to come on boats illegally. That's how we got the WAP name, because it creates a slippery slope. It suggests that we're acting differently than we acted with other immigrants from Europe, the way we're treating the Hispanics and people from Mexico and coming over the southern border. And it creates a tacit
exactly where I was
admission.
going. I agree. I agree. I agree with you.
It creates a tacit permission structure for people to come off and say, yeah, we accepted illegal immigrants for decades in this country. Now all of a sudden we're sending them back. That's not how America operated. Why are we being so mean to these South Americans and Mexicans? It's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. People don't have the balls or the backbone to stand up and correct somebody when they're wrong. So they acquiesce, they cobble, they kind of get behind their mic and they go on mute. Let me explain something to you. Never ever is a liberal going to come on these stages while I have a mic and be able to shut me down when I know what the fuck they're saying is wrong. Just because they're a liberal doesn't give them the right to say false bullshit. You got to correct these people when they do this shit. And Jonathan's not a good correcting person. I mean, what he'll
What are
do
you
is he'll
talking
just
about, liberals?
But
This is
that's
not a liberal
exactly how it
What
conversation.
the
was.
fuck are you talking about?
it's a
Me?
liberal talking
Hold
point to
on, hold on, hold
suggest
on,
that
hold
we've
on.
been
One second.
allowing illegals in this country for decades and now under Trump we're changing up. That's bullshit. It's a liberal talking point.
I actually I never said that.
No, that's
I
what
never
you
said that.
implied. That's what you implied when you played that clip.
But
All
that's
these
exactly
presidents
how it
going back
was.
to all these presidents
Actually,
going back
no. That's
to
not what I
Nixon
implied.
and Ford and all
That's
these
not
other
what I.
guys had this American perspective of immigration. And then when Trump gets here, it's eating the dogs and eating the cats. And they come over illegally on the boats for decades. But now that Trump gets here, now we're gonna change up because they're coming from Mexico.
They're eating
It's
the
all
dogs. They're
bullshit,
eating the
bro.
cats.
And Jonathan should be ashamed, not the black Jonathan. This is what he do for a living. This is how he gets paid. This is how he gets his rocket chats. The white Jonathan that ain't getting shit, but just getting ran on and ran
Well,
through. He's
What the fuck?
yeah. First of
Yo,
all,
I'm the one that
yo,
corrected
god
him.
damn, bro.
I'm the
You're
one that
Alexa.
corrected him, TC, so
Yeah,
back it
yeah,
up.
you didn't
yeah.
correct him. You
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
to
no,
I
correct him, and
First
did.
of
then you
all,
no,
walked
Jonathan,
He
you
back.
next.
no,
No,
absolutely
you next.
did.
We're
TC.
gonna
First of all,
hold on, guys.
TC.
1 second, 1 second.
No,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
No,
no, no.
Jonathan's
You're
right.
talking.
He was right. He was
No,
agreeing with me,
No, I didn't
TC.
tell him he was right. I never told him he was
That's
right.
what you said in that whiny bitch
I
ass
told you to
voice.
fuck.
That's
Where
exactly.
the fuck is
Shut
he?
the fuck
Drop it.
up.
Boom. All right. So here's the thing. Nah, bro. First of all, dude, just like you had your little whatever, I got a mortgage. Don't come at me with that bullshit, okay? All right. Don't come up with that disrespectful shit, TC. Because we're close enough that if you really want to slap the shit out of me, then come try it. All right? Because you're not gonna disrespect me. Point blank. Period. Trying to get brownie points. All right? Don't put yourself in a line of fire like that. Some bullshit. And I mean that. Look at me. I fucking mean that. All right? So don't come with that bullshit. Because, like I said, I've been respectful to you. You're not going to bring your little tight ass over here, call yourself disrespecting me. Period. All right? Just for some fucking laughs and shit. So you can, all right, for someone that haven't been a fucking conservative for more than a fucking year yet. You can save that bullshit. All right? It's a fucking act, and you know it, and I know it. So don't come at me with the bullshit. All
And
right, you
that's
can
on
stay
tape.
Jonathan,
and you can stay your ass down there for all I give a fuck.
He act like we don't got the clips, Jonathan. I don't
Yeah.
understand this dude. There's a whole library on this dude
Yo,
as a damn liberal.
once again, if any of you fuckers bring him up here again, I know how to drop y'all because I know which one of you guys would fucking bring him up here.
Jonathan, what year did the Titanic go down?
1914, I think, something like that.
1912,
1912, 1912, and
If you
1914.
remember the Titanic,
1812.
okay,
Sorry.
so if
Wait.
you remember the Titanic,
19.
all the
Yeah,
people on
1912. Sorry.
the lower part of the ship, whatever you want to call it, right? They were immigrants coming here, and some of them were stowaways. So some did still want,
100%.
but they,
Stowaways. That's what I'm saying. And it got
yeah,
here.
and they got here. But the majority had some form of something that they knew they were coming. But they were definitely stowaways. How they snuck on those ships, I don't know, right? But they did.
And they came over here. And that's, you know what? Yeah, so, like I said, listen to me. All right.
But how did the Brazilians
I'm looking
get
here
here?
because there's a lot of people came over after 1924 when the Ellis Island closed down. And once again, I say it was a processing center. But once again, Jonathan Howard did correct me. I think Holiday corrected me. There were many people that jumped in. And then
It closed in
Amanda,
54.
yeah, Amanda said something. So, the stuff that he's saying is just crazy. So we're going to keep this thing moving. But
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
Jonathan, you got
You
so much
think?
shit to say. I guarantee you wouldn't say that shit in my face.
okay.
First off,
TC,
I have a
TC,
since
question,
you want to be
TC,
Jonathan.
one
so
second,
big and
Why
TC,
bad,
did
I
they
never said
close
anything.
down?
I said
TC, let me,
I never said anything about slapping anybody. I don't need to threaten any.
TC, let's go drop down. TC, real quick, just give
What was the
me,
reason,
just,
Jonathan? What was the reason for closing
TC,
down
just drop me a
Ellis
pin
Island?
right now, DC. Drop me, you got my phone number, text me, and then I'll drive right now. Just drop the pin right now, okay? And I'll drive. I promise you, I will. I promise you, all I hold there. On my recently departed mom, drop the pin. I'll be there to see you right now.
Okay, when you guys are done fighting, can somebody
No,
tell me why?
I'm tired of the
Why did Ellis
disrespect. No,
Island?
Cindy,
I
I'll be with
promise you, he would
It
not live
became
to see the day if he
Ellis
I'll be
tried
Island
it.
with
I,
one
closed.
second.
I promise you, he would
Ellis.
not
All
live.
right, all right,
One
all
second.
right, all right.
And what I'm gonna do, I'm
All
gonna
right, let's
start
have the
dropping
big
some of the
object,
people.
Arturo again. See how Mena was.
No, that's not man. That's
Can
how
you
he
just
is.
educate me since you brought me in this room? I
I've
was
been
sleeping.
respectful. No,
Not
Cindy,
you, but Marty.
Cindy.
Just
I've been respectful. Like I said, if he wants what's called, he has my text. Just drop the pin,
all right,
and
all right.
and I'll keep the fucking
But now I
camera on the
want
whole
to. Can I
while.
learn? Can I actually learn something? Why did they
Go.
close down Ellis Island? Like what? Why was there not a processing?
It closed down. Ellis Island closed
But what was
down
the
due to
reason?
I'm telling you right now,
Oh, okay.
changing immigration policies and the decline of number of immigrants arriving by ship. The implementation of quota laws in the 1920s drastically reduced the number of immigrants allowed into the U.S., and the rise of air travel made it more efficient and cost effective to process immigrants at consulates abroad and at airports. So hence to why Ellis Island shut down, and this was in 1954 to be
And where
exact.
did they get the money to fly? That was much more expensive than coming over
I
on a
mean, hell if
boat.
I know. That is true, but yeah, that's when it closed down, and that's why it closed down.
And since then, we've never had another way for disease
What,
process centers like that.
what,
That was it.
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, it was a process
I
center.
mean, no, they evolved into abroad.
But
For
even if they came
example,
by
you come.
plane, did they have to go somewhere?
No,
They were
yeah, they had to
processing
be able
everything.
to. They had to provide that they've been checked, whether it was at the airport, whether it was at a facility before, whether it was at a doctor. Be able to provide that. Hey, I've been lice checked. I've been this checked. I've been that checked. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Whatever the
that's not
requirements
how
were.
that
No,
happens.
They were
I'm
processing
That
embassies
is
incorrect.
and
not how.
consulates overseas.
I'll tell you how
So
it
they had nothing
happens.
to provide.
That is
Because
not
my
how it
parents sure did
happens.
have to provide that type of stuff before they came here, and
Can
they
you
were
hear me?
immigrants.
Can you
So
hear
I
me?
mean, if it varies by country, yes, please, I'd love to hear it.
Can you hear me?
We sure can. I'm saying yes, please,
Okay.
I'd love to
So
hear
the
it.
United States
you cannot just go to your own doctor to provide medical reports. The American government will tell you which American doctor you have to go to get your medical report done. And even when you're in the US, you can't just go to your American doctor. It has to be a doctor that the USCIS has on their list. That's how that happens with the medical
But lady,
test.
how do we know that they
Okay,
actually went
so
and did that?
oh,
How do we
okay, so
know
Pardon?
it's
that?
Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Great question, right? Because and
I
that's the
didn't hear the
thing. If
question.
the how do they know that they actually went to the American doctor?
Because the
What
doctor seals because when the doctor they give you the form, once the form's actually completed by the United States doctor,
what
and
time
the
frame?
and the envelope is actually sealed. It's sealed and the seal is only broken by the United States government themselves and nobody else. If you send the document with a broken seal, it is null and void.
Okay, but my
Okay.
point is, what
So
came
What's the
over
time frame though?
when you
When
didn't
that
go
It
to
when
the
did that
all
doctor? Did
start?
you get
it
sent out of the
all
country?
it all
oh,
depends
When
on
did that
when
start?
it I don't know when it started, but when you're going through the process to become a green card holder, permanent resident, United States citizen, that is the process.
Okay, so
well,
are y'all
that's
speaking about modern times and 1927?
so that's actually
24.
completely different times that they're speaking
Exactly. That's
of,
what I'm asking.
because what she's speaking of is something that comes completely after the fact of what we were speaking of before. Because if you're talking about to get you become a U.S. citizen, no, we're talking about just coming into the country. Period. We're not even talking
You don't
about the
need a
portion of
medical
U.S. citizens.
you don't need a medical report for that. You
Well,
don't.
see, that's why I was so this is okay. So let's make sure we're talking about specific times, right? Because if we're talking about in the past, my parents, they immigrated from Haiti. 100% they had to provide sorts of medical reports at the time that they were immigrating. They had to provide these types of documents. They had to provide that they've been checked for lice, like checked for, like they had to go to the doctors in Haiti and get certain paperwork that they had to provide. So that's why when you said that, and if it varies by country, that may be so. If it varied by time, all these different things. But just be
It
careful.
may
Let's not
be
just say
very
one thing.
okay. So, Marty, it may be vary by time. I think as the years goes on, the system changes. Because I've lived here for the last 17 years, and I'm talking about
Well,
my
17.
experience. I'm talking about my experience. When I left the UK to come to the US, I didn't have to do a doctor's report with the American Embassy. It was only when I went through the process of obtaining permanent residency that that part came into play.
No, for sure,
Oh,
lady, and
okay.
respectfully, yeah, that this what we were speaking of. Yeah, what we were speaking of was like from way, way, way back then. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, go ahead, Marty. Keep it going.
No, I just noticed we were speaking of two completely different times. Which you said 17 years ago. I'm like, you talking about modern times. We were talking about when they were still coming by ships and shit. But
Well,
no,
my
man.
people didn't sign a piece of paperwork.
Yeah, they
That
did.
part.
Nelson's people sent y'all ass
Nelson,
over here.
Nissan, Opega people
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, we got a
Yes.
cruise. We gonna take y'all on." And we like,
Nelson people
"What?"
said. Nelson people said we need guns and shit. Get these motherfuckers out of here.
Oh wow. Yeah.
We need food. We need guns. Get these. We got some
Yeah.
extra bodies y'all can have.
Oh my gosh. True story. True
True
story.
story.
True
But
story.
they wound up getting the bad. They wound up getting the shit end of the deal, right?
They're like, "Hey, we got a
Super
cruise.
shit in.
Carnival is paying for it.
Yo,
We gonna take y'all."
They really did get the shit in though.
they got the shit end of the deal, though, right?
We ain't coming on no island.
Yeah, they got the shit end of the
Okay.
deal. That's,
Oh shit.
that's horrible. Yeah, yeah. Yo, yo, I want to shout out my man. My man, Big Man, we should do a citizen test to see how many would actually pass that. You know what? That's a good question. That's a great fucking question. That's a great
We
fucking
should do
question.
it.
Do we have it?
I
I
have
can
it.
pull it up.
Okay.
I
No,
have
hey,
it.
hey,
I
You
have
have
it.
it?
I
okay,
do.
wait.
And half
I
of
need a
you will
co-host.
fail. And
I
half
need
of
a
you
Remember,
will
she
fail.
fresh.
I need a
I'm not
co-host
She
here.
fresh.
fresh is crazy.
I'm not fresh.
You
By
know what, Jonathan, you're forgetting something too. When you came to Ellis Island, you had to give up your citizenship from the country you were from, by the way. You know that, right?
Did they?
When you
No, you weren't citizens
no no
yet,
no
were
no no
you? Were you
listen to
made?
me. You had to give up your citizenship rights when you
Can,
came
can
here
somebody
from
can somebody verify that?
oh, it's a true story.
Wait, what are we
Rossi,
talking about? What
She
was
said
that?
okay,
when
so
you came to Ellison Island, you had to give your
when you
citizenship
came
up.
to Ellis Island, you had to give up your citizenship from I can only speak for Italy right now. Now my buddy Anthony Rossi has applied for dual citizenship, right? Because it was taken away from his parents when they came to this country.
Damn. I was looking for
Yeah.
co-hosts. We got like
So
nine
Google
left.
that.
Oh, no,
God
that's
No,
not
damn.
true,
no,
Cindy.
that's not
Yes, it
true.
Italians did
is.
not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
hold on, Cindy.
Yes,
Cindy,
it
let me read
is
this to you. Let me
very
just hold
Marty.
on, Cindy. Let me
I
just
don't care what you
Cindy.
say.
And
Rossi's an
and
attorney. He's applying for citizenship.
yes,
He'll have it in about
yes.
2 weeks because his
Now
parents
Cindy,
I'm
had to give up their
Italians to
citizenship.
date,
hold on, hold on,
even
hold on, hold
today's
on, hold on. So
Italians have to give up their citizenship to become Americans. It has nothing to do with Ellis Island. You guys, if you
no,
become Americans, you cannot hold the Italian
yeah,
citizenship.
but what we're
okay.
saying is they weren't
No, what I'm saying
citizens.
is when they came to Ellis Island, they had to give up their
No,
Italian citizenship
Marty.
over in Italy.
Go
That's
ahead,
a
Marty.
true story.
Check it and correct it, Marty.
All right, so this is what it is right here. No, so
Jonathan said no.
and so when Ellis Island, when Italians came to Ellis Island, did they have to automatically give up their citizenship? The answer is, and I'm gonna read this in full before anybody jumps off. Let me read it in full. No, Italians did not have to automatically give up their Italian citizenship among arriving at Ellis Island and becoming U.S. citizens. However, prior to 1992, Italian law stipulated that if an Italian citizen naturalized as a citizen of another country, they would lose their Italian citizenship. This meant that many Italian immigrants who became naturalized U.S. citizens before 92, while not having to renounce their Italian citizenship at Ellis Island, would have technically lost it under Italian law at the time of their naturalization in the U.S. Does that clarify?
Yeah, clarifies it for me.
All right, so there
Bingo.
you go. All right, so who has a citizen test? Can you guys? I want you guys to.
I
The
have
Lord,
it.
I have it,
I
Jonathan.
have
Do you
it.
want me
Some
to
of
start
y'all ask,
asking
hey,
who's
questions?
that? Who's that?
you know
Who,
what? Bring it
Miguel,
up.
Citizen's
Yes.
test is
man,
crazy.
can whoever has it? Can they text it to me? Because I want to text it. I
I'll
I
look.
got
text
you.
it to you.
We got like 14 co-hosts, so we got like 14 people that can do this.
We
I'll
need
So
this
send it to
test
you.
right now because some of y'all, I'm about to have ice at y'all
Danielle
fucking doors.
is Danielle or who's Yvonne or
Ice
Holiday?
about to come knock you.
Who can do this test? Matter of fact, you know what? We're gonna
Yvonne is Canadian. Why are you
I'll
involving
go ahead and
Yvonne?
ask the questions. How about that?
no. We don't
Nah, as
want
a
to
matter of
ask.
fact, you might need to take the
I
test.
want to do the poll. I want to put a
Immigrants
poll.
answer the questions, lady.
I
They don't
I want to
ask
do
the
the poll.
questions. The Americans ask the questions. That means Marty,
I want to do
not
the
Marty's parents.
I want to
No,
do
I
the
think the
poll so I can see
foreigners
how
should
many
ask the
know.
questions and let the Americans answer the questions. I think
Are
I
that's
you
the
think
out
it
of your
should be a
mind?
process.
mixed cat.
We ought to be asking you foreigners at
Yeah,
this point.
we need to
Oh
be
no,
asking
we
y'all
know.
asses.
You all don't even know basic civics. What are you talking about? You don't even know basic civics.
That's a
You don't
Nah,
even
fact.
know basic civics. Don't go
we
with
need
the
to ask
crowd.
y'all
We're on
asses.
debate.
That's a fact.
You need to ask
Yo,
me?
we need to be asking y'all asses.
Like I said, you guys don't even know your own basic civics, let alone the immigration test. That's why we're in the position today. Hello? So no, we get to ask you all the
The
questions.
hell out.
So if you come here now, you
I
don't
like
have to give
lady.
up.
I like lady.
McKenna, when you came here, do you still have citizenship in your country?
Yes.
So you have dual
Du-
citizenship.
dual citizenship. Yes.
Nice.
And Turkey has up to three. So if you are a Turkish citizen, you can actually have three different citizenships.
Oh, wow.
Cindy, I have dual as well.
So do I.
Me too.
Hello, lady. Miss you.
All right, guys. Did you guys send me that citizen test? Matter of fact, I'll look it up.
Yeah,
All right.
send JB the citizen test. We need to
Yeah,
take a citizen test.
I'm
I
gonna
need
see
a
where we
drink.
at.
I need to
Is
I want to
sip
there
some
see.
water.
is there a YouTube Family Feud version of the
Nah, we need the
of
real thing.
the
We need the real test. We need the real test because
But
some
So
of
how many
y'all
people
about
will
to.
answer it?
but the real test is, so there's a whole bunch of questions, but you don't know which questions you're going to get asked when you
You
take the
know
test.
what? I'm finna call ice on you, motherfuckers. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
let's see
JB,
here.
pull
Marty,
up the
I
real
dare you.
test.
I
That's
dare
Matt.
you.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, you go.
All right.
You go get my ass. I'm ready to be deported back to Canada.
All right, ready? All right, I'll ask. Who wants the first one?
Not
Chat.
it.
All right. All right.
I love Chad's
That's
face.
No, okay, right. There we
that's my
go.
citizenship right there. You
Let's
see
do this
that?
real quick. You ready? What?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. What the hell happened there?
Hello, where my phone
Okay.
at? So I can Google it.
All right.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? Liberty and influence, freedom of speech and freedom of the press, life and liberty, freedom of religion, and the right to petition.
Life and liberty.
Oh my God.
I'd go with the speech one.
Yeah.
None of you getting this right. What the hell's
It's
wrong
life
with
and
you?
liberty.
It's one
It's freedom of speech and freedom of press, guys.
question. That's what I was gonna say.
I got it right.
And my degree is in political
Do I get to
science. How about
stay,
that?
Marty?
No, life and liberty. There it is the correct answer.
That's what
All
I
right.
said.
There we go. Life
Wait,
and liberty.
wait. I said that,
Okay, that's what it is. I'm telling you the correct answer.
but they were telling me that I was wrong.
All right. So
Marty, are you for real,
in
Marty?
the Declarations of Independence, guys, it's the Declaration. It's not the Constitution. In the
Right.
Declaration of Independence, it says we hold these truths to be
Be
self-evident that all
self-evident.
men are
All men
created
are created
equal.
equal.
Yep. And they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable
Unalienable.
rights that among these are life, liberty, and the
And the
pursuit of
pursuit of
happiness.
happiness.
There you go. All right. So there you
Haters.
guys. Next
Marty,
question,
what the
folks.
fuck?
What is the
I
highest?
told you ice is
Yeah.
coming, motherfuckers.
What
Not
is the
Mario
highest
YN.
court? What is the highest court in the
Marty.
United States? Is it the United States? Is it?
Supreme Court.
Why you? Why you saying
They
that?
they running out of there for the answers they
Yeah, you
know.
see that, right? Yeah, exactly.
And they condemning when they
I
don't.
can't even read them off for everyone to what you call it.
Very weird.
She's trying to practice. McGinn, I understand you got your test coming
Hey,
up in a couple of weeks.
hey.
I understand you got your test coming up in a couple of weeks.
Hey, you can never be prepared, man.
I
Gotta
need
get 'em
all the
started.
names. I
Let
need
the
all the
Americans
names
go
of
test.
everybody
They
who
know
failed this
everything.
test.
She said Supreme Court. Let's see. All right. Boom. All
What
right.
was the
Immigrants
question?
Is there a
won,
study guide?
citizens won. We're
All
one
right.
and one.
Number
Chad, you
3.
are
Under our
funny.
Constitution, some powers belongs to the state. Okay. What does it say? Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the state. What is one of the powers of the state? To regulate interstate trade, to establish a post office, to conduct foreign policy, to approve zoning and land use.
Zoning
A.
and land use.
Bro, there's no
Where you
immigrant
at,
getting that one right.
immigrants?
Interstate.
First one.
Huh?
By the way,
Where you
these
at,
questions
Helen?
were not on
Regulate
my
Zoning.
interstate trade.
citizenship.
Zoning and land use.
State
Zoning
trade.
and
I'm
land
taking
use.
down names.
I want to go
But
with the
y'all,
post office
these
one.
questions were nowhere near on my
Okay. What's
citizenship.
that? What's that?
We're answering questions,
Y'all
Shauna.
gotta be quiet while he doing that, bro.
Exactly.
Shauna, stay out of it. Let the Americans answer their own
Yeah.
questions, Shauna and Madonna. Let them do it.
No, it is
Yeah.
Okay,
immigrants
Cat.
versus
Okay,
Americans. Let's
Cat.
go.
Yeah. So which
No,
one you guys
How
get?
ma'am.
dumb they
Your
are.
This is
immigrants.
all
Which
for
one you guys
you.
going with? Interstate trade,
You know
establish post
what?
office, conduct foreign policy, or approve zoning and land use. Which one?
I'm
Which
going
one?
with
D.
Zoning and land use.
All right, immigrants. What are you guys saying? Immigrants.
Are you for real? You
Less
calling
than
us
anything, it's
immigrants?
an American test.
What are y'all
Let's
saying,
go, immigrants.
Jonathan?
What do you say, immigrants? Come on.
This is all for you, Americans. You know it
I think
all.
I agree.
No, no,
I know
no.
the
Agree with
answer.
Yeah.
lady.
What do you guys want?
There's no immigrant getting that one right.
The
Oh
Americans
shit.
the Americans have already answered.
They
It's just
don't
the
want it.
immigrants.
We've locked in our answer, Jonathan.
Okay, I want the immigrants to lock the answer in. Which one do you guys want? Regulate interstate use, trade, post office, establish a post office, conduct foreign policy, or to approve zoning and land use.
Proof zoning and land use.
All right. So the immigrants went with.
Says this
Well, you lucky. Y'all lucky
1996.
y'all got Shauna on y'all side.
Yeah,
Y'all be
exactly.
Okay,
All right.
Marty.
Ice will be knocking
Wait,
on your
Marty, you take
doors.
your damn mask off.
1 second. If both the president and vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Secretary of State, the Speaker of the House, the
Speaker
Secretary
of
of
the House.
Treasury, or the who's that answering right now while we're talking?
It better not be no
No.
American.
Who said that? Fine, guys, drop them
That
down if they
damn
can.
immigrant.
Yeah, drop them down when they do that. Drop them down?
I didn't see who it was to do
Okay,
that.
look up
Cause it
top.
was your
Look up top.
ass.
You see
I
who
didn't see
speaks.
it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We got the replays on this one. All right, so believe it or not, we do the video replays. So
And
the
y'all should
president.
know the answer to this question because we
Okay.
had this discussion a few weeks ago.
So anyway, which one is it, guys? Because people are like they want to try to whatever. They don't want everyone
Speaker.
else to know the answer before they hear it all out because they want to I'm the smartest one in the room. So
Speaker.
anyway, the Secretary of State, the Speaker of the House, Secretary of Treasury, the President pro tempore of the Senate.
Speaker.
Speaker of the House.
The speaker.
All right. All right. I'm about to ask a question again, folks. Watch up top, see who speaks. That way you don't have to look for it. How many?
Oh,
How
I
many
just
justices?
caught that mother. Oh, I just called it. I just watched the replay, baby. You know we got live replays. Welcome to V2,
Okay.
baby. That was
That's a fact.
Who
Zakia.
was it?
Zakia. One of them. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you heard me. She got on some pink. You heard?
I gotta leave her alone, man.
Not Zakia. No,
That's
no,
my
no.
mentee. That's my mentee.
That's my girl. I'll mess with her.
All right. How many justices are there on the Supreme Court? 11, 9, 7, 5. Go ahead.
9.
9.
9.
Yeah, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Fine.
Is that for the immigrants?
Oh God, Migena for the immigrants. Yes,
You
9.
said 11?
9.
Jesus Christ, Jonathan, 9.
I
All
know
right.
McKenna knows the answer to
Okay,
that one.
so here's the thing, guys. The next question is immigrants only. Then the following question will be for the U.S. Okay, let's go. Immigrants only. U.S. be quiet. Immigrants, here you go. Here's your question. What is the response? What is the one responsibility for that is only for U.S. citizens? Okay, what is the one responsibility that is only for U.S. citizens? Ready? A. Pay taxes. B. Oath of allegiance. C. Jury duty. D. Military service.
Jury duty, Migena for the immigrants.
Jury
Immigrants, you
duty,
got
Shauna for the immigrants.
Final answer.
final answer. Okay, boom. All right, so final answer. And bop. Okay, correct. All right, so U.S. Here we go. Oh wow, shit. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Convicted felons.
I'm not answering
Jonathan.
that.
Marty's
Convicted
people.
felons.
Marty's people.
Debtors. Is that an immigrant speaking?
Deduct the point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to drop them. All right, Slavic people, debtors, convicted felons, or African people.
African.
Are you sure? You sure that's your final answer?
It's African.
African.
Felons.
We're locking it in.
Felons.
Marty don't count. He ain't black. He Haitian.
That's a
That's a
fact.
fact. He ain't
Felons.
black, he OJ. Okay.
Before the blacks came over, it was
Excuse
felons.
me, immigrant ma'am. You're on
I'm
the
also a
no. Mute
citizen.
it up. I'm gonna deduct the point.
Don't make
Immigrant,
me
here we
bring up
go.
the
Immigrant
pots and
doing a whole
pans.
lot of talking.
Immigrants, here you go. Ready? What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? The Mexican Northwest Territory, the Louisiana Purchase, or the Gaston Purchase? Which one?
Louisiana for the immigrants.
You guys agree with that?
Them
Yes.
fingers move fast.
Marty, what the hell are you drinking in a plastic cup?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right.
That's correct.
You ain't
That's
heard of that
correct.
But
Nunya
you didn't
drink?
answer the other question. Is it felons or black people?
What do you mean?
None.
We said African people. What do you mean black people?
We
We ain't
said
said none. I
African.
ain't
African.
said
We
nothing
said
about black.
That was
We said
African.
raunchy.
African. What you talking about, Shauna? Why you talking about
Was
black
what
people?
What
was
you
the
trying
answer
to
to the
say,
question? Was
Shauna?
it felons or Africans?
What you trying to say?
Because originally they sent felons over from the UK before I thought the Africans
Okay.
came.
All right. This is for the immigrants. Ready? Before he was
It's
president,
Canada
the
trash.
white.
The immigrants already answered the
Oh, it's
Louisiana.
our
This
No,
is
it's
for the
no,
American
no,
Americans.
no.
side.
We didn't. We just did Africans. Okay, that's what it
That was
was.
before the
No.
Louisiana,
Oh,
Jonathan.
got you. You're right. Before he was president, Dwight Eisenhower, this is for the Americans, was a general. What war was he a general in? Was it the Persian Gulf War?
No.
Was it World War II, Vietnam War, or Korean War?
Fuck.
Two, two.
I'm
What?
thinking it's
World
shit.
War II.
Who's that?
Two.
That was
OG.
Okay.
OG.
OG. Yeah, are you guys going with OG? World War II? Because if you guys lose this one,
Wait,
you
what
guys
was
got to
the?
do.
Go
Before
ahead.
he
Go
was
ahead. Go ahead.
president, General Dwight Eisenhower was a general. Was a general.
I
What
thought
war
it
was he a
was
general in?
two.
Yeah,
It
World
had to
War
be
II.
two. The other ones don't
Okay,
work.
let's go. Boom.
I'm gonna agree with that. Yeah, I'm rock with you
Correct.
on this one, OG. Because
Correct.
yeah, that is
Correct.
yeah.
And
Correct.
the chat said number two as well, not chat the
And that was
person.
a line in
All right,
Wild
immigrants.
Wild West.
Immigrants. Name one. Identify one state that borders Mexico. Louisiana, Nevada, Oklahoma, Texas.
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 All right, listen, McGinnis and Shauna saving all the other immigrants up
Yeah,
out the water.
the immigrants are trying to study right now. Like,
And they have to sing a Beyonce song. Thank you.
uh-huh.
I have no intentions of answering the questions because this was for you all.
Oh, really?
It didn't
Oh,
work.
okay.
Yeah, technically we're all immigrants, so you know.
No, we not.
Well, okay.
All right.
Actually, no, not everyone is immigrant.
All
Not
right.
everyone is an immigrant. Not
Just
everyone is an
Not
immigrant.
everyone. There
yeah.
are, people who are
All right.
here.
So anyway, we're going to go back over to Americans.
Americans.
What is now it's just you guys just got to answer the question. No multiple choice. Just give me the answer. What is the supreme law of the land?
The who?
The supreme law
Zafrian.
of the land.
Oh, the Supreme Law of the Land. Oh.
The
Well, that
Constitution.
would depend if you are Donald
Yeah,
Trump or not.
bro. Is that a what you call it? Someone
That's a
That
goddamn
was
immigrant.
Divine.
That's
immigrant.
It's
immigrant.
Divine.
So who answered? Who answered?
Divine
That was
did.
me, Divine.
Divine.
Constitution. You're right. Let's go.
All
All right.
right.
I say hey, this is for the immigrants. Okay. What does the Constitution do? Give me three
Nothing.
things that the Constitution do.
Currently, nothing.
That's the final answer.
Immigrants.
Well,
They
it
taking
doesn't
too
do
long. They
anything
taking
because
too long. They
everybody's
taking too
agreeing with
long.
Okay,
it.
They
I'm
Why
immigrants.
can't
ready.
you agree with
They
it?
taking too long.
I can answer, but you guys have to turn off that music. I'm ready.
Go.
Nah, that's
Google,
cap.
go.
Nah,
So
that's
the
That's
cap.
Google.
Constitution sets up governments, defines the government, and processes
Yeah, she's
basic
reading.
rights of Americans.
I gotta
That's
go to a
cap.
different test. I gotta go to a different test to figure
You
the
gotta go
batteries
to
up.
a different
No,
one.
no,
I
no,
gotta go
no,
to a
no, no.
different
That's
test.
cheese.
See, Google,
She
see,
cheating.
Google's the only one.
No,
Yeah,
she
go on
don't
with
take
that.
that.
Let it finish.
You know
She was
what?
reading that.
No, she cheating. She cheating. She cheating.
How about this?
She
How
gotta
about
get
this?
out of the country.
Nah, don't read them in order, JB. Don't. Hey, JB. Hey, JB. Don't read them in order, bro. Don't
Don't
read them in
read them in
order.
order
In
yet, bro. You
order.
can't go down the line. She got too much in her hand, bro.
She had the answer. She like, I got it. I got
I
it.
got number 17.
Yeah.
Where did you get this test from?
Yo.
Where'd you get
She's
this
like,
test
yo,
from?
I got it.
Damn, McGinnis, you didn't remix that at all.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to.
Yo, absolutely get it. So hey, you know what? Our immigrants, you guys did a great job. You guys did a great job. That's not gonna stop ICE from getting y'all asses.
Boy, they coming for y'all ass. They coming.
You can't be talking about. I've been studying for the test. I know what the Constitution
Nah,
does.
ain't no test. How about you test out these handcuffs for us real quick? Take out this paddy wagon for me real quick. They brand new 2025 models.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Wow, man. So no, that was good. I got I
Where
got to
did
give.
you get that test from? Like when I took the test, it didn't have anything like that
What
at
Oh,
year did you
all.
take it?
What year did you take the test,
I'm
Shay?
calling ICE. I know where you live.
96.
Oh no,
Well,
this is
fucked up.
2008.
Two,
yeah.
USCIS.
2008. What about
USCIS.
2025? Like, I'm curious. Like,
No, they don't
they
have
wanted
it.
to know who the
No.
president was at the time. They wanted, I mean, you only got asked 3 or 4 questions. You have to take a written test now?
So the
Multiple
one
choice.
that Jonathan was reading is from the USCIS government, and the latest version is a 2008. I became a citizen in 2010, so I studied the 100 questions, and also had to do a written test and a spoken test. And I literally read these questions every single year. Like I do a refresh, and everyone in my family, when they study, like they usually call me because their English is not the same. So I literally am like a teacher. So when you said let's do the test, I was so excited because I have everything
I
memorized by
love
heart.
it.
It's insane. I was like, oh my God, I love this because literally it's like what's the rule of the land, the law of the land? And my dad would respond, and my brother, like it's, yeah, we go through that, but it's a 2008, and the names of the presidents, the governors, and the senators are always blank because they always change. So you have to fill in those blanks for the names of the people, but everything else, it's kind of the same.
Magina, is it timed?
It's McGinna. It's
No,
McGinna.
Oh,
It's
Magina. Sorry,
McGinna.
Magina. Sorry. Is it
Yeah.
it's
timed yet?
okay. Hi,
I
it's not timed, but you have to pass 7 out of the 10 random questions that are picked. So the officer walks with you, starts to have a conversation with you, and sometimes you don't even know that that's the officer asking you the questions. And then when they ask, where do you live? Let's confirm this. And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess that's the officer. So, and sometimes they're nice. And if they see that that first random pick it's extremely like difficult, they would pick a different one. So they're pretty kind. And then yes, there's 10. You have to pass 7, and then you have to write a sentence in English, and you have to pronounce one full sentence in English, and also you have to raise your right hand and literally pledge for loyalty to the United
Allegiance.
States. And yeah, and you're done. Yep.
That's for the test?
That.
You had to do all that? Oh my God, it's so
Yep.
No
rigorous.
way.
Yep.
So all
All
I
of
did
Yeah.
that.
was fill out the paperwork, showed up. They asked me 3 questions. It was who, and I think it was who was the president at the time, who was my senator at the time, and I can't remember the other question. And then I don't know, like 6 weeks later, I went to a giant place with 1 million people, and we all had to raise our hand and swear, and we got our naturalization paperwork, and then we could get a passport.
It's pretty easy.
Um, yeah, and at the time, what the fuck is
All right,
that?
guys. Dollar drop. Dollar drop.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well, I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need
Yo, where's
a
the
dollar,
dollars?
dollar, dollar, that's what I need.
Big man.
If I share with you
Big
my
man.
story, would you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming and I reap what I done sow. Hey, hey. Well, let me tell you,
We got Jonathan Howard. Big Jonathan Howard.
Thanks,
Yeah,
big man.
Jonathan Howard took TC.
A TC Slayer.
Somebody come and help me carry this load.
Yo.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need.
Yeah, guys. That was a quick dollar. Oh, look at that. And this is from McGinna. Absolutely, and absolutely,
Oh,
and
you read my mind, and I was going to say all the dollars go to the immigrants.
yeah, that was from McGinna,
Chat,
100%.
I see you.
Everything around me, green, get the money, dollar, dollar bill, yo.
Yeah, TC going at it, man. That guy. Shout out to Big Man Chat. I love your shade collections. Look at you, man. Paul Perez. Got the 2 hands up. Oh, the dollar drop started late. River Scott. Thank you. Yeah. Man, TC, where TC at, man? TC.
Is he
He
on a
told me
new
stop.
account?
Yeah, he told me stop texting.
Well, did you yell at him for being so rude about you
Yeah,
yesterday?
he told me stop texting. This is what I tell you. I was like, yo. I was like, yo.
Yep. Damn.
I was like, yo, drop a pen, bro. I'll come pull up right now.
What'd he say?
Yeah, I
Y'all
don't be out
wild as
believing
hell.
it.
JB,
Yo,
you can't be picking fights with people, bro. What's
nah,
wrong
nah,
with
nah,
you?
that was him,
Picking
bro.
fights. Did you hear what he said
That
about
was him.
JB last night, Marty?
Yo, that was.
Bless his heart.
Yo, yo. But
That
yeah,
was
man.
wild.
Bless his heart. That man needs to
Yeah,
be
Bless his
that.
heart. Where
No,
my fan?
there's no blessing that heart. It's stone cold
Oh,
mean. I don't like what he said
yeah,
yesterday.
he
Very
has good
upsetting.
moments.
yeah. But nah,
That
he's a
went.
good guy. I like the guy. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to create a persona
Is that why
to
he's
go
snarky
viral.
talking to
I don't
you?
know. But sometimes he's got to figure out the right ones. You know what I'm saying? I live too close to him for that. Yep.
What do
Said,
y'all
I
think?
live too close.
That's a fact.
I live way
Don't,
too close. Like,
wait,
yeah.
don't you live in Jersey though? And
Yes.
he now claims he lives in Philadelphia.
Now he's in Pennsylvania. TC's about 35 minutes from me.
Right, but the other day he said Philadelphia.
No, he's in Philadelphia area. We both consider Philadelphia area.
My
Got it.
father's from Jersey,
Thank you for that.
Mike, what's the other part of Jersey?
Patterson.
Pat, oh, okay, he's bad part of Jersey, huh?
Yeah.
That part of
What do
Jersey.
you guys do? What do you guys
Are
God
think?
you guys
damn.
being affected by the flood,
JB,
Jonathan?
he stay in the, he stay in the ghetto.
Yeah, man, Patterson. Oof. God
Mm.
damn.
Just for the record, not to like kick on the fun moment, but you guys know Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. It's like they're not separate. Yeah.
No,
you
Pennsylvania.
pushed it. Yeah.
Yeah. They said Philly. They said Philly. Philly's the city, but Pennsylvania is the state, and he lives in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
So, but
So
if he lives in Philadelphia, doesn't he also lives in Pennsylvania? If I live in Detroit, I live in Michigan as well because Michigan's the state.
yeah, but I think he doesn't
Yeah.
live in Philly. He doesn't. But I can't.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you where the man lived. That's where the man lived. The man, he's a good guy. Good guy.
No,
Great
no,
family.
Detroiters. John JB. Detroiters are passionate, man.
Yeah.
That's the brother. The
Yeah.
Detroiters are
Exactly.
passionate. They get a little
Yeah.
passionate sometimes.
Yeah. DC. Look at my man. Yo,
Right.
Jonathan Howard.
Oh,
Look at.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh, I gotta hit Jonathan.
Here we go.
Money
Yo.
talk.
Let me get rain on. They
Yo.
not like us. They not like us.
Man, I
They
gotta set
not
my
like
studio off
us.
so I can crip dance for y'all.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Give me your fucking money.
Don't break your ankles.
I
Yes.
was gonna crit dance for y'all real quick.
Yeah,
Forgive me,
crip
but
dance. You know, crip dance. You want to go? Let me see if you
nah,
crip dance.
man, hell no, man. I'm Haitian, man. We Haitian dance, bro. We don't
Yeah,
crit dance.
What is crip dancing? That's wild.
yeah.
Jonathan, are
So
you
crip
They not
dance.
like us. They
Ghetto.
not like
Oh, I
us.
forgot I
They
got
not like
shorts on.
us.
No.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like
It's
us.
all
What you doing, Chad?
it's all in the feet. It's all in the footwork. You feel me? Hey.
Got them toes
Yeah.
on.
Yo.
But turn DT into something else. Oh, look at that doggy. I'm gonna pet
That
that
was good,
dog.
dog.
Gonna pet
Pet
that
that
dog.
dog. Pet
Can I
that
pet
I
that
dog.
want to know that
dog?
the dog is
Don't let
listening
Marty
to
get a hold of
you.
that dog.
She's very
Can I pet that
confused by
dog?
all of you, but she's listening. See, she's not sleeping.
so Jonathan? Are you affected by the flood
Marty,
state of
fuck you.
emergency in New Jersey,
No,
Jonathan?
no, I'm not. No,
Okay, thank God. It's
I
crazy
think
out
I
there.
get. Yeah, they have. I've been getting the
Yo, who the hell
flash
said that
flood
shit?
things. I've been
Marty,
getting the
one
Who
of
the
flash
these
hell?
flood
days I'm going to
things.
come and haunt your ass.
Who said don't let Marty get close to that dog?
No, that was me, Marty, right down here.
Marty loves Rosie. You all need to be nice.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, your dog old as hell though, Shauna, but she cute.
What,
She
Marty?
is old as hell. We know that. But she's still going.
Yeah, I'm about the same
That's
age, but
right.
it's all right. Still
Hey,
kicking.
Marty, tonight
Mm-hmm.
tonight she looked at the camera. She was paying attention. She wasn't sleeping.
Yup.
But yes, she's
She's
old.
an immigrant dog, right?
No, she's
That's
born and
probably
raised in the
why.
U.S. No, she's born and raised here.
I thought she was paying attention because Jonathan was asking the questions. That's why I was wondering. That's why I called it an immigrant dog.
He said, "See."
No, no. Rosie was born here.
Are we still on the other place
So
across
she's
the
not going to
street?
get tested.
I was just thinking that because I was like, I gotta land that across the street. I gotta land. Yeah, I was just thinking that, chat.
I was like,
I was just
woo.
thinking that. So hey guys,
Somebody probably knocked the windows out the car
yeah,
across the street.
yeah.
Oh
So
dear
guys,
God,
well,
here we
yeah,
are.
what we're gonna do right now across the street. Yeah, we're gonna wind down. CH, we're gonna wind you guys down, man. So I want to say thank you guys for being here, CH, as always. Oh my, bring my dog up here. Let me hit my dog up. Bam, with that cohort, with that moderator thing. All right, so I'm
You
gonna keep
want
it.
dog?
I'm gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna keep it quiet, but I'm gonna hit my dog up real fast. But with that being said,
He
yo,
doesn't know this.
CH, what I'm gonna do for you guys is I want to say thank you guys for coming. First and foremost, as always, we appreciate you guys coming here. But it's about that time. So with that being said,
Tell
CH,
him this.
up top we have a link for this room. Hopefully we have a link for this room. Just just go click the link, guys. There's no invitation required. You guys can just come right over here and enjoy us over here on Chatter. We got a video. We got it all, guys. We're about to take this thing to the next level, folks. About to take this thing to the next level. So, CH, we're going to keep the party going over on this side.
No.
But we're going to shut down that side. So, with that being said, make sure you guys come join us over here. The link is here. The link is here, guys. Oh, wow. Look at that. They got the puppies going. I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to the audience because without you guys, we wouldn't have a show. CH, I want to say thank you as well. You guys come join us religiously every night. I'll be glad when you guys join us over here on Chatter Social. Also, to the speakers, I would say special shout out to you guys because you guys come and contribute every night. Also, the moderators and the co-hosts. Once again, it wouldn't be a show without you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. I want to just send a shout out to TC because I think he means well. He knows when to back down. He knows when the ass was right there. So he knows when the ass whooping is right there. So I would say thank you to everyone. So with that being said, folks, we're going to set this thing down over on Clubhouse, but the party's going to continue over here on Chatter as we always do. This is where we go to our adult content. So if you guys want to join us over here on Chatter, just click the link and come join us. Thank you, guys.
Is Jonathan frozen with that smile? Like blink or something, Jonathan?
He said adult content and the camera froze.